All right. Good evening, everyone, or good morning, depending upon where you're at. Could also be good afternoon. This is Masculine Geek number 23. This is going to be, I'm off my modified monk mode, so I'm back drinking a little bit of alcohol. So I'm taking a cue from TJ. I'm drinking a rum and coke. This is going to be, yeah, right. This is TJ's a bad influence. This is going to be the Masculine Geek Gentleman Drunk Hour. We don't have a guest. It's just you just get us. You get all us three in our sexy gloriness, and this is going to be a free for all. And I hear from Rob. I haven't gone into the chat yet that Aaron has joined us, Mr. Captain Capitalism himself. So let me go over here. What the hell?
Mr. 5'9" himself.
Mr. 5'9" himself. There you go.
Well, and thinking of Aaron, so I was listening to one of his podcasts earlier today. I believe it was like episode 292, 294. It's titled something along the lines of Old Man Clary burns the candle at both ends, strokes out, goes into a coma, and then is like he's revitalized, he's resuscitated 18 hours later. Okay. The title's something kind of like that, but I definitely got the takeaway from it was, okay, Old Man Clary's he's had a stroke because of all the shit he's doing, and so he went into a coma, and now he's awake again. But funny fucking episode, considering it was only like 52 minutes. It was one of his shorter ones. But it was actually pretty funny because there was one point he was talking. Oh, before I even get to that, talking about, burning the candle at both ends, stroking out. I swear to God, there was an article on a blog from a couple of weeks ago that talked about this very thing about, burning the candle at both ends. In fact, I think the guy that wrote the blog post also did a video about it. This very thing that,
by the way, that's
talking about.
All right. By the way, this is not Aaron Clary, unless he has a fake account. Because first of all, this icon is blank, and number two, the actual YouTube channel has 7 subscribers. So come on, dude, come on. You're pretending you're Aaron Clary. Jesus.
No, it is Aaron.
Is it?
Is it?
If I'm correct, because he's taking so he messaged me on Facebook saying he's getting on a plane in 20, and he said that.
Why is he using a fake, like a dummy account?
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, but how else would Cappy know? How else would this person know that Cappy's about to get on a plane?
Prove that you're Aaron.
Minds want to know.
Prove that you're Aaron Clary. Let's prove it.
Aaron, what's your thoughts on Pride Month in Target?
Oh my God, that was a complete shit show there. That was pretty funny.
I'm just waiting for him to say something about it. That one not getting enough traction.
I think he had like 6,000 likes and over 800 comments from Spurgs.
Oh, dude, he got like 10,000. I'm gonna even look that up right now.
He does it on. Do people realize he does this on purpose? And they get all they go ape shit. He does it on purpose.
Oh yeah, he's trolling,
dude. 11,200 responses.
Yeah.
Are you fucking
not for
serious?
nothing? Not for nothing. Aaron, the real Aaron Clary has never used more than one question mark or exclamation point. So that's not the real Aaron Clary. It's not. I'm telling you, it's not.
If it isn't, it's somebody who knows him well or is in close contact with him, because there's no other way they would know he's about to get on a plane. And
holy shit, you're right. Oh, sorry, keep going. I'm just looking at this fucking train wreck of a tweet.
The plane is taking off in 5 minutes. Well, that could be the plane of this show.
Oh God.
I'm serious. Where is Aaron going?
I don't know. He just said he wanted you guys from a lieutenant in the field. He said,
lieutenant in the field?
He said, you guys broadcasting tonight? And I said, yeah. And he goes, I'm getting on a plane. He was basically, yeah. So he said 20 minutes ago he was getting on a plane.
All right.
He said,
well, it could be him.
He said, keep broadcasting for 3 hours so you're still going when I land and I have something to listen to. He also said Rob is a chatty 5'9" character.
Hey, he actually gave us a shout out in that podcast, by the way. Gave
I
the
know,
show a
he-
shout
well-
out, and he mentioned me too because I was talking about dating. He
He
watched
he
something.
asked me if I wanted him to get if he asked me if he wanted I wanted him to give us a shout out in that thread, the target thread, or
Oh God,
I'm like,
Oh.
no, just give us a shout out in your podcast. That's
Dude, we
where
don't-
we're going to get the most.
Yeah, we want people who are going to listen, not people who are going to send us hate, right?
Yeah,
go spurging out.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah.
like with it's kind of like with the I didn't actually know. It's kind of weird because there's almost like BC and AD with Aaron as far as because I knew it was like before I personally knew Aaron and then after I knew him personally, because I was following him for a couple of years where I didn't know him, and then when I finally met him and now I know him, but I didn't know him when he wrote personally when he wrote the Mad Max boycott article that just went crazy. And he got tons of traffic and all this other stuff, but then it kind of died down because people experienced their outrage. They got their dopamine rush. They got their adrenaline kick, and then they moved on to the next outrage, right? They don't really remember what he did. I think he picked up a few book sales because some guys were just mildly curious about what was going on. But it's just funny to watch this from the inside, like knowing him personally now. And I'm like, dude, I know. And you know what's crazy is I manage other Twitter accounts for other enterprises, and his tweets were showing up in the thread because of other people in my state who were responding to it.
That's pretty fun.
It's
Well,
kinda-
it's interesting because we know Aaron personally. We've met him. We've hung out with him numerous occasions. I mean, he is exactly who he is.
Yeah. That's what's
Oh, shit.
online. But the interesting thing is, a lot of people like take offense at this. First of all, it's like a vaudeville act. He's doing it on
Yeah.
purpose.
Oh yeah.
It's an act, and he's really a good dude. What's up, Eaton? He's really a good, solid dude. So if you're going to base it off of internet,
Yeah.
it just boggles my mind.
You know, I actually want to talk a little bit about what you just said within the context of a geek film that I just watched called Ready Player One, which Rob was talking about on a prior episode, but we can.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't talk about it because then you're going to give spoilers away. Stop it. Shh.
All right, we won't talk about it.
I will watch
Would you fucking get off your ass and watch that fucking movie?
Look-
or what?
look, you son of a bitch.
Like, here,
Hey,
I will-
you know,
I will
we
wa-
get mad and set shit for not watching certain
I'm
films.
I'm gonna mute it. All right, I will watch it this weekend. And then we'll talk
Yeah, whatever. I've heard
I will.
that shit before.
do we need to buy you a copy of the film?
You do, yes.
Apparently, we need to fucking get onto Amazon through the affiliate link on olderbrother.com/donate.
No, the
Buy
Masculine
the
Geek
fucking
affiliate
film
link.
and send it to fucking Vince so that
The
he'll watch
Masculine Geek affiliate link, not
Oh
Aaron's.
God, Jesus Christ!
Aaron can get his own shit. We're on our channel now.
No. I guess we'll wait until Vince has watched it then before we start.
Okay, so sometime in 2023.
By the time
Look,
the
you
movie
dirty
actually takes
bastard.
place. No.
Hey, what's up, Eaton? I didn't
Hey.
notice. I got busy looking at other shit, looking at this dumpster fire that Aaron set in Twitter.
Oh
Jesus
my,
Christ, there was
did
that
it-
one.
It's
He does
funny
that
because
shit on purpose.
he sent me a text. Wait, hang on. He sent me a text. He says, hang on. Where is it? No, it's through a DM. It's really weird. He'll either DM me on it. It's like, dude, make up your fuck. I don't know where you're at. So hang on. Another shitstorm on Twitter. I'm getting good at this, and he sends me the link to the Twitter. I said, "Damn, 604 comments," and he says 6,000 likes.
You know, the thing is, he does this where it's almost like somebody who's. Do you remember that scene from The Hunt for Red October, where the one naval commander says they're dropping sonars, but nobody's listening, right?
Yeah.
Because they're going so fast that he goes, "It'd step over my daughter's stereo and no one would hear it." It's kind of like Aaron. He's tossing depth charges behind him and he's still plowing forward. So he's
not
dropping
stopping.
tweets like this, and then he just moves on to the next thing.
Yeah.
It's called professional weapons grade trolling. Is what this is. The
as
first
Rob
time
would
I
say,
saw
he's
that come out,
He's weaponizing his Twitter.
Yeah, when I saw his Twitter when he's like, fuck you, Target. I just wanted to buy some goddamn shoes. And I'm hearing his voice in my head when I saw it, and I thought this is going to go over well.
I didn't think it was going to get that crazy because he didn't say anything that was like, it was very vague. It wasn't like, it wasn't directly an attack, but I think he read into it, and that's what's so funny.
Well, it's all projection and displacement. I mean,
that's all it is.
Yeah, it's like what Rob made a good comment about. If you're reading some outrage, you're getting outrage on something on the internet that you're reading. The article is about you. You're the topic.
Yeah.
You have identified in some. Let's put it this way: psychologically speaking, nothing anyone can say to you or about you should upset you unless it's true.
Yep.
Right.
There's a small kernel of truth in it. It doesn't have to be a huge truth, but if you identify in some way with something someone says about you on the internet and you get pissed off and outraged and go spurging out, there's a truth in there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So, all right. So
what was that other tweet that he had where he's like, he had to retweet the tweet? It was the one that was another fucking dumpster
It was on
fire.
his autism.
Oh, the D&D one?
Oh, it was that. Yeah, and he's like, this one didn't get enough traction.
He's like, this one didn't get, because John Steele had said something about it, and he's like, oh, this one didn't get enough traction. Let me retweet it. He's doing it on purpose, and people are falling for it.
Every time. Well, it's just like I tweeted earlier. I said, you've hit the major leagues or the big leagues when you got your own personal hate squad.
Absolutely.
And Aaron's got him. Aaron's got his own fucking hate squad.
Oh my God. It's funny because if you hung out with Aaron, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Exactly. Dude, it's just people ain't got better shit to go with. They don't have shit going on in their lives. And
that's it. You become this mirror. You're like a mirror holding back the loserishness that they are.
Yep.
Well, at the same time, he's tapping into a market of, he knows that he can ruin people's days or just get outrage. He just knows he can do it. And I know, and I'm aware of what powers are at my fingertips. I just choose not to utilize it because I don't want to deal with it. Because Aaron's done this before, and I've observed it because I'm sort of looking at, okay, if I want to be income independent, I need to be able to do what he's doing, and I got to watch, like, what is the first thing people do? The first thing people do when they're outraged is they go to look at who his employer is, and then they discover they're posting about his consulting firm or whatever and all that stuff. But that's the thing is they immediately go to look at how can we hit this guy, and then they realize, oh, he works for himself and you can't do anything about it, right?
Pretty much.
And so that's kind of,
I mean, what are they going to do? We're not going to support asshole consulting, which we didn't support anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just, but also if they started tweeting about it, a lot of, like, the girls will get outraged, but the guys are like, dude, I kind of want to check that consulting firm out.
Oh shit! I actually think I want to ask this guy a question.
Yeah, and so, but I don't want to deal with that kind of drama. But I also just, it's hard for me to ignore all that. Because you never know who's gonna basically decide to make you their life mission to harass, right?
Yeah, you're the hate squad at that point.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with that. I know that there's plenty of stuff. Trust me, I have views on stuff that compared to what Aaron says online is just, he's milk toast. He's like he is in a lot of ways.
Right, so Vince, we need to liquor TJ up so I can see the IRA or whatever come out of this guy.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Chucky Arlaw, right?
So what do you guys have for Geek Intel? What's going on there? We can come back to Aaron Clary, but
honestly, I haven't got shit.
All right. Well,
I have this pen, and it's a regular pen that I stole from somewhere, and it works well.
You should show everyone your Darth Vader, light up Darth Vader again.
You think it's a reprise? We need to reprise.
Absolutely. Darth Vader. You can always interject Darth Vader into any conversation in any video.
When in doubt, what would Darth Vader do? He'd shut these fuckers up and breathe.
He would shove the lightsaber right up your ass.
Or he
And this
choked,
lightsaber comes out.
he choked the mother of his children.
There you go.
Well, that he did do. Yes, he choked
Yeah.
the mother of his children. He cut off his kid's hand, and then he killed his best friend, basically. So what would Darth Vader do? Take your pick.
There you go. All right, show everybody.
There we go. There it is.
We'll bring it
Blinking
over.
away.
I can't see that shit from far away.
What? You know what the Jesus Christ?
I can't see that shit. Come on.
You need better prescription then.
Yeah, that's true. Well, no, it's on the fucking. Oh, nice, cool. So that's custom built. His chest plate lights up, and then the lightsaber lights up too.
Well, and his eyes light up, but because of the lighting I got going on,
Turn
you
the
can't really
lights
see
off.
the lights. God damn it, Vince! You
Turn the
fucking
lights
making it
off.
hard for me.
Jesus,
Damn,
come on.
Vance,
Come on, turn off the lights there,
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Okay, cool. That's really badass. I like that. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate.
This was actually custom made back in 1979, 1980.
That is really.
And the
cool.
lights that are in it are Christmas lights, the blinking Christmas lights. They are the original lights from back in the day. These lights have lasted like 40 years.
Oh, that is badass. I really like that. That's cool.
And they all work. None of them are burned out.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. From what I'm
Nice.
looking at here. Well, you know what? One of them might be. But anyway, so yeah, Darth Vader is watching.
He always is. That's that's what he does.
Yep.
TJ, it's your turn.
All right. So I got
Get off that phone.
No, I'm not on the phone. I'm
Okay.
looking at this.
Oh, you're looking at what?
So this is a book on World War II comics that were made. And this is one of the comics in it.
Keep it there. No, talk so we can hear you.
That is the guy driving the Jeep, and he sees a pretty girl. A pretty girl.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Is he in
And
Paris?
stops the Jeep.
Nice. As well he should. There's a fly
Right.
in here. Shit. That's
So,
really cool. Okay.
that was,
Did you get that in Paris?
No, I've had these for a couple of years.
Okay.
The other
I'm
one was-
curious, TJ, what sparked your interest in World War II history? I mean, I know you're a general history buff
I
and
think it was-
aficionado, but
I think what sparked it was I think that period, the late 30s and 40s, there's so much culturally that's part of that, like the zeitgeist or whatever you will, because
Okay.
you have the 1939 World's Fair, and you have Art Deco that came out after World War I, and it's a lot of this futuristic utopian idealism, like genuine, unfettered, non-ironic utopianism of we're going to build the world of tomorrow, a better tomorrow, a world of peace. You had the the League of Nations and all that. And then you have World War II, right? That kind of shatters that narrative. But yet, if you look at all the music and you look at all these different cultural stuff, it's kind of amazing. Like you listen to the World War II music, it's very peaceful music. I actually have a song I just downloaded that I was listening to, and let me see if I have it in my downloads. But it was a song about a couple that a girl who was greeting her soldier boyfriend who had come back from the war. Like I'll be thinking of you or something like that. Where do I have it on my phone? I actually have it. Well, we'll look at it later. But I just like the time period. I like the art. I think the aesthetics. I mean, you look at a lot of the weapons that they had, the vehicles that they drove. Everything was the movies that they made. It was just a really great time period as far as the stuff that they had. And I've always liked that. It has, despite a lot of the horrible things that went on during the war, there was a lot of optimism and stuff. Like
there's a lot of hope. Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to Glenn Miller's stuff. I actually heard Glenn Miller's orchestra, not the actual Glenn Miller, but the new orchestra that plays now. I listened to them in concert a couple of years ago, and it was cool. Speaking of World War II, here's the other Geeks show and tell. This is a book called For Americans Only, and it is written by a couple of people in America. during World War II, and they're talking about problems in the United States, a lot of which have proven very prophetic. They're talking about Social Security, which was brand new at the time. They said it's not solvent, it's going to be problematic. They were just talking about a lot of stuff that was, I think, really important. And I really like the cover. I almost want to make a poster out of it. And
yeah, that is pretty cool. Now, what's it called again? Yeah.
It's called For Americans Only.
Okay. Now, is it like a Criterion Collection movie? What?
It's a book of just different essays on. It's in response to the New Deal. That's going on.
That piece of shit.
Yeah. So, so they were talking about all these different problems that was.
We can do another podcast on how I feel about that later.
Right.
Yeah.
It's talking about, for example, this one passage with our debt increasing at the rate of $6 billion a month, right? So they're talking about the national debt in the 1940s. So they're you know, this ends on this chapter, We Owe Us. It ends with this sentence: let us not borrow ourselves into dictatorship. So, you know, these guys, I wrote an essay on them a couple of years ago on this book, kind of like doing a reflection on some of the wisdom. You know, there's some stuff where they didn't quite follow it entirely, but it's just, this is why it's important to read old stuff to see how much of it did they actually get right and how much of it did they get wrong, but you'll understand where they were coming from at the time.
That's true.
The other one I have is an interesting style novel called Beach Red.
Yeah.
And it is about a soldier who I actually have a reprint from the Book of the Month Club that originally came with the book. And it is written in a poetic style, but it's about the battle. So here's one of the chapters, or one of the pages, a couple of pages.
Oh, cool.
So it's just written in a very different style.
Is it like a journal style, like, or
it's a poetic style. So let me see.
Read some. I would like to hear it, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So so this is a couple pages in. Men on the right-hand side of the landing craft disembark over the front corner of the ramp and step off to the right oblique, while those on the opposite side move similarly to the left. The I don't know how to pronounce this word, but I think it's a naval term. Keeps the engines. COXSWAIN. Coxswain.
Coxing.
Yeah.
Coxswain.
Keeps the engines purring in order to prevent the boat from turning sideways. Here you go. The sea accepts you with stoic indifference, investigating your hips with routine efficiency and a practiced touch, and emptying the warmth from the pockets of your body. Draw in your breath. Hold your peace at high port. Keep moving. Churn through the foam. Don't try to run, or the drag of the waves will upset your balance. Proceed diagonally to the swirling surf with feet wide apart. The overhead barrage covering the landing sounds like the screech of a jalopy's brakes before it crashes into a barn. Shell burst stride across the atoll roof with awkward boots, and towers of orange flame spring up in their footprints. A 50-pound projectile from a 5-inch Navy gun swoops down, and a leaping tree smears its green across the sky. You see the men of the first two attacking waves swarming up the beach, digging in or creeping ahead. Mortar units go forward to blast pathways through the strong points, and the supporting fire of rifle squads can be heard, crackling like the stiff pages of newspapers bearing death notices.
Wow, that is very poetic. I like it. I like the writing.
Yeah, so he's describing what it's like to be at a beach landing, and I believe this was in the Pacific.
Pacific, okay, Pacific Theater.
Yeah. It can best be interpreted as a study of all the things that run through a soldier's mind during days of training or on lonely nights in barracks or aboard a transport going east or west.
Wow.
And it reveals the seldom confessed truth that everyone who goes through war lives through 1,000 battles and dies 1,000 deaths. It is best, they say, to keep troops occupied so that they will not think too much, but still a soldier is always wondering what it will be like. Yeah. So
nice. The winter's settling in. A little chilly this morning. Hey, Priyanshu. All right, so yeah, I anything to do with books is always amazing. Now, mine is this.
Oh shit!
This this is done by an Italian company called Uberte, and they do replicas. This is a Civil War replica of a Model 3 Dragoon.
Oh,
It
nice.
was yeah. Now this is what Dennis Malone has. He carries in
nice.
the book. So I fired this twice. This is a black powder gun. I don't use black powder because it's messy and I don't need a chain fire. So I use something called Pyrodex. These little
Yeah, I use the same thing for my rifle.
There you go. It's a lot easier. It's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
But I do have to use the percussion caps, which you can see have to be put on the nipple here. Loaded out. So I don't like to dry fire it, but I will. It's half cocked and then cocked. And then
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I don't like to go into things half cocked.
nobody does. And then you've got obviously your plunger here. And this is a Colt. Colt started making guns, I think, in 18. Oh, cool. Thank you, Eden. Yeah, this is actually this is a 44. It takes a 44 45 ball, lead ball. That I like to.
1 second.
Like
I'll add something to this collection. 1 second. Let me grab it.
All right, and then what'll happen is when you guys come out, we'll go to the range and we'll shoot this.
Nice.
Yeah, this is a monster. This is a heavy hitter.
That's
I like
the original 44/45 right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is good. I don't have a huge collection like TJ and Rob do, but I have this because of it's interesting because when I was writing the book, I wanted to experience what the characters were doing. So I figured, let me see if I can get this gun and fire it. And I did. And then I went out to Gettysburg on the battlefield because I'm writing about an ex-Civil War cavalry sergeant. So I decided I was going to go do that. But I own a Mossberg 500 shotgun for home self defense. So that's good. Eaton, that's pretty cool. You collect flintlocks. That's pretty badass. I like it.
Speaking of flintlocks.
Nice.
Oh,
you're like a pirate and shit.
no shit! You need a parrot. No, you need a parrot and an eye patch.
A parrot on your shoulder and
It's ironic. It's ironic you mentioned pirates because I had when I was a kid, when I was young, very young.
What 4 days ago?
Oh,
I had to say it. Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me!
Oh, that was not the gun going off. That was something else dropping. The timing was impeccable, though.
It was good.
My folks got me this pirate figure place that I've mentioned before on this podcast that I love plastic soldiers, and I did as a kid. And I finally yesterday was able to track down someone who was selling that set because I lost it when I was teenager.
Is that one of those Playmobil sets?
No, I collected Playmobiles as well. The problem is that they're German made, so they're really expensive. But I was able to track down someone who was selling the entire set on eBay, so I was able to buy that. And so not only that, but they included in the collection a bunch of other stuff that was a part of my master collection. So one of those ships was destroyed by a vehicle we happened to be traveling in when I was a kid because they ran it over. And so I'm getting it back. So I'm kind of piecing together the collection. So in the last 24 hours, I'd say about 80% of my collection has been will be restored or replaced properly. So, which was the pirate one. So you had the pirates, the little figures on the ship, and they had guns like this or whatever. And so, yeah,
you got to bring them on for the next Geek and Tell when they show up.
Oh yeah, dude, we're showing the whole thing.
We're so arging that day. It's happening.
So this is actually a replica of George Washington's pistol.
Oh, nice.
So his personal. So actually, you look very closely. That should have his.
Oh yeah, it's like a silhouette kind of thing.
Yeah. So it should have his signature right there.
Yep.
Yep. So pistols at dawn, right?
Well, Rob did drop the gauntlet with Aaron. Whoa, look at the barrel. I like it.
So which one of you is the better shot? And which one of you is going to pull an Alexander Hamilton and shoot in the air? And then which one of you is going to be the Aaron Burr and shoot him anyways?
That's right over here. That's right over here in North Jersey.
Yeah.
Where that took place.
Well, I'll tell you, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how often Aaron goes out and shoots, but I've got 13 years of working in the armored car industry, and we had to shoot all the time.
Yeah,
We had
Aaron
to
was
qualify for the job, and we also had to qualify for the state. Yeah, but the security guard Aaron it was unarmed security. I guarantee.
So he was so you're basically saying he was a rent-a-cop.
Dude, totally.
Okay,
Well,
Aaron, you hear that? That the gauntlet is really thrown down now.
Yeah, I respect Aaron, but I'm a security guard. Yeah, you're not even a rent-a-cop, dude. You're a dude with a badge. Whoop-de-doo. It's like go work in an armored car industry for a while, then come talk to me. So,
well, he was
that
armed.
assault rifle looks so scary. Oh no! That assault rifle's not scary.
He was
Not at
armed.
all.
Oh, Aaron was armed. He was armed with
Was
a
he?
bag. He was armed with a bag of quarters, so he could call.
Oh,
Bag
okay,
of quarters.
yeah. All right, there we go. No, well, when you get armed with something like this, this is something.
That's your AR-15, right?
Yeah, this is my AR. Collapsible stock. Put it out to different lengths. I like it about right there.
That's what she said.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Haven't fully kitted it yet. As
We were
far
talking
as
about getting a bayonet on it, weren't we?
oh yeah, right now I've just got the bipod thing going on for it, but I am going to end up with a bayonet eventually since it does have the lug for it.
Nice.
So yeah,
Hold the
it's
line.
a good little gun. Yep,
Fix
exactly. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it won't come to having to fix bayonets. You know what I mean?
See what happens.
Yeah, but it's a good gun.
Cool.
I
Very
enjoy
cool.
it.
Nice.
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 I heard somewhere, it's funny the way you said it reminded me of Batman. I heard that Michael Keaton was doing a commencement speech somewhere, and he said, at the end of it, I'm paraphrasing here. Yeah. he says, whatever you take away, at the very least, if you walk away from this, just remember, I'm Batman. Great.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, here's kind of a geek. Speaking of pirate type stuff, we don't have to talk about on this particular episode, but we can discuss it at some other.
Oh, we talk about pirates right now. Why the
whatever we want.
This
This is our podcast, our video cast, so we can talk about whatever we want.
So, I am of the opinion that the Disney 1950s Treasure Island version of Treasure Island was the most not appropriate, but just John Newton, I believe was his name, was the epitome of Long John Silver. He did the best job, and so therefore that film was the best version of that story, even though it was not the most historically the historically accurate. What am I saying? The most literary accurate to the
literally accurate.
Yeah.
Yes. Whoa! Stop dry firing your gun at me.
Gotta reload. Whereas I have a relative who's of the strongest, most ardent opinion that the best version of Treasure Island is with it was a made-for-TV version that I've seen. And it was very well done, and it has a young Christian Bale, and Long John Silver is played by Charlton Heston.
Oh, okay.
And so I thought the film was actually very well done. The problem is Charlton Heston does not have that same quality as John Newton in the Disney version. And so they have the International Talk Like a Pirate Day. Is the model that they emulate is the Long John Silver from Disney. Like he really people he's like the godfather of pirate culture, right? Like the way you would talk and the way you would act and kind of your general thing. And so I'm curious if you guys have seen either film and what your opinion is on that.
It's been a while. I can't speak to it intelligently now with the alcohol I've had, plus the fact that the time distance that I've had between watching it and now we're talking about it now, I can't.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't do it any justice. Yeah, I would like to. We can. That's another thing I can add to the list.
Yeah, when you're done watching Ready Player One, you can watch Ready Pirate One.
This is not as bad as Aaron and his.
This is nothing. This is so. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time and don't know the context, we have a certain 5'9" individual who don't like himself, no Dr. Strangelove, and didn't watch it until he was 40.
Exactly.
And what other films? I'll say what?
40 plus.
40 plus. And this began on an older brother podcast that he hosts, where I was quoting that and he did not get the reference. And I go, dude, it's from Dr. Strangelove. And he's like, what? I don't watch that show. I'm sorry, I don't watch MTV.
Or, it's more like, no, I don't watch that. No.
And then you finally get him to watch it, and then he's harassing you about it at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
you made me watch that piece of shit for 2 hours. I want 2 hours of my life back.
That's basically what his text message said to me. Sorry, you needed to watch this. It's culturally relevant.
So, if any of you have seen either one of the pirate Treasure Island films, so now putting those aside, I think Tim Curry in Muppets Treasure Island did.
I've seen bits and pieces of that.
Dude, that film is freaking hilarious. If you have not seen,
I haven't seen the whole thing through.
Okay, you have got to watch Muppets Treasure Island. It is hilarious, and
it's even more poignant as you're accenting each sentence with the gun.
Yeah, there are so many funny things in this film. And for those of you who be watching, there be stories.
You be watching Walking the Plank.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like there was I'm trying to think of a couple of funny things in that. Like so they're doing the whole crew thing, and they got one guy whose name is Dead Tom, right? And Dead Tom gets shot by Long John Silver. And one of the other pirates is mourning, and he goes, "Dead Tom's dead." And one of the other guys looks at him and goes, But Dead Tom was always dead. That's why he's called Dead Tom.
Always did.
And then the Muppet just drops his bones. He's like, "Oh."
Nice.
Oh my gosh. And Tim Curry he's playing Long John Silver kind of as a not the straight character, like comedically, where he's not in on the joke, that he's dealing with a bunch of Muppets.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
right.
Yeah, essentially what that is, but and still good.
Gosh, that film was hilarious.
I
watched it when I was a kid, and I
have to create a Masculine Geek video list of videos I have not seen, so I can talk about these.
Okay, Ready Player One's number one on the fucking list. We both, TJ and I, both want to talk about it.
Yeah, what's up, John? John from MDL's on.
Hey, look, you motherfucker! What are you doing?
What's up, brother?
Hey, all your base belong to us.
Yeah. Ha. Well, hang on. Wait a minute. Those are fighting words.
Them be fighting words, my friend, and we got ways of dealing with you folk around these parts.
We're talking about guns and all kinds of stuff.
Guns, women,
John, are you ready for your the surprise that's going to come up within the next month or so? We don't want to give it away. What you say? I
Just say
say
we got a surprise for you. Just brace yourself.
yeah.
Brace yourselves.
Right.
Brace yourself, John. Brace yourself.
All right. Excellent.
I kind of like this thing. I like holding it. It's
It
like
looks good. It looks good in your hand, sir.
it looks good. You know, I got the Whiskey Rebellion flag. All I need is some whiskey, right?
Hey, TJ, Eaton's girlfriend thinks you're a stud.
He's not the first one.
Who is that stud?
Hey, RR.
What's up, Ralstonian?
You can send love mail too.
These
Yeah,
three
we got the
beards.
P.O. box coming
These
out.
three beards are majestic. That's fantastic. Right here.
That's right.
Woo!
Instead of 3 wise men, it's 3 wise beards.
That's not a gun. This is a gun.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, God.
Really?
Well, you had to. Come on, it had to go. Had to go there. Had to go
That
there.
ain't a gun. This is a gun.
That's
Hey,
true.
this
This is a
put us
fucking
all to
gun.
shame.
Hey,
No, Ralstonia, it's cool. Late arriving is better late than never.
hey,
That's right.
I can pistol whip somebody with this kind of thing.
Pistol whip.
And
Beat
this
the
is like
shit
a hammer, and it's got Aslan on the back of it.
Jesus.
It's just like, yeah, if you didn't like the business end, you ain't gonna like the butt end.
TJ, do you box a little bit?
Me?
Yeah.
I hit a punching bag at the weight room from time to time.
Okay, we should spar when we go to the village by the sea, and we should broadcast it. I'll spar with you.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yeah. I'll bring the gloves. We'll have to.
I
we'll
will
do-
watch you two beat the shit out of each other.
You better be ready for the haymaker, my son.
I'm not really a boxer too much, but I spent almost 8 years studying Shaolin Kung Fu.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Ooh. God damn it, all kinds of gauntlets going down tonight.
Absolutely. It'll be we're not going to kill each other. We're
Yeah,
just
I
gonna have fun.
realize that.
Yeah, we're just going to drink some beers and beat on each other.
Oh, that's
All
the way.
good
You
time.
gotta have a
All
little.
Pro Lemonton. I can train. Oh, cool. Where you at? All Pro. Where you at?
While we're waiting for that answer,
Yes.
I'll tell everybody right now, when this televised event goes down, we'll have John be the
Virginia. Okay, that's close.
we'll have John be the guy that holds the money. We'll have bets to see who wins.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Fantastic. Well, no, TJ's got a gun. He may hurt me. I don't know. It's kind of scary over there.
I like
He
Well,
does-
it is
he-
scary in Seattle. Seattle's kind of a
I
scary
can't-
place.
Hey, I live king unto the mountains.
King
Right.
unto the mountain. What
I
are you,
live in the mountains. I do not live in the city.
a hobbit? You're a
No,
dwarf?
no, not a hobbit. The dwarf. No, gosh, the dwarfs. And except I'm not 5'9". I'm 5'10".
I was waiting for that.
Ooh.
No, I live in the Cascades, so I don't have to worry about that.
You are unto the mountains. That is true.
Yes, we live surrounded by hills.
Hillbilly.
Yeah, Billy. Have you gone hiking lately with Reese?
No, because it is frickin' 100 degrees outside.
Really?
Yes, it is. What is the temperature? I'm gonna look at this gauge right here right now.
Right here, Aaron
It is
Clary.
92 degrees outside.
Oh my God! It is
It's
65
what?
here.
Yeah, and so I was doing some yard work today, but
You're in the mountains. It shouldn't be that hot.
no, but this is. I mean, the nice thing about it is this is why they grow so much fruit around here.
Fruit.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
But the problem is, if you want to do any yard work, you better do it at 6 a.m. because it ain't happening any other time. So that's what I've been doing.
Gotcha.
I'm working on a patio so that I have a bunch of pavers that are just sitting around doing nothing. So I figured move them out to the front of my house and have a little patio so that I can put a chair and a table and some chairs and on a good day, just bust out the wine or beer, as the case may be,
Yeah.
and pretend like I'm in another country for a moment. I don't know.
Right?
I just thought about
Yeah.
stuff in France. I'm just trying to beautify the property at this point, especially after I got back home and it looked like, the jungles of Vietnam, the weeds. Yeah.
I know, right?
Weeds
So.
and fruit.
And not the weed that you can buy at a shop. Let's clarify.
Oh, come on now. It's all right, TJ. It's legal there.
Yeah, just because it's legal doesn't mean you should do it, right?
Right?
There's a lot of things that are illegal
Just
in my.
because you can doesn't necessarily mean you should.
That's
Yeah,
true.
listen, all you youngsters around there, just take a lesson. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
That's true. I've done a lot of things in my life that I should not have done, but hey, you learn from it.
Yeah, it ain't all like the Whiskey Rebellion, which you should do, and the fight ain't over, right?
That's true.
Isn't the Whiskey Rebellion going on to today still?
Well,
On some level,
probably.
it never really truly ended.
yeah,
It never ended. That's
We'll
how you make your. That's how you make your money.
We'll have to talk to certain individuals we know who are from Pennsylvania about how that's working out.
Mm,
So,
those bastards.
yeah, I know. Seriously,
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. I say that with love.
Yeah, I like those areas, and we
I
were.
love
I was
Pennsylvania.
just chatting with a buddy of mine about people's over there. They're far more amiable or
Amicable.
amicable as than some of the people in my neck of the woods.
Mm.
Wow.
So what are you saying? They're surly and suspicious?
Surely.
I'm saying that
Be right back.
they've got more character and personality, and they don't need to do a whole yard's worth of cocaine to be interesting. That's all I'm not saying I know anybody who does it. I'm saying they could do a line of cocaine and they still would not be the slightest bit interesting as human beings, right? Whereas you got somebody who's, living on welfare and they're in a trailer park, but they're just the funniest person you've ever met, right?
Hey,
Okay,
I know
and-
a few of them.
Yeah, and then they just happen to know a few lines from Shakespeare, and somehow they managed to insert that into a political discussion today.
Oh
So,
God. Oh,
God.
God.
And their wife happens to be Billy Jane, and they got the 16-year-old stepdaughter who's sitting on the front porch in dirty shorts and pregnant. But I mean,
It doesn't fit a stereotype at all.
At
No,
all.
not at all. Never.
Woo!
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm looking for one of the things that I was interested. We were talking about 40s nostalgia that I was mentioning. I have a similar nostalgia for the 80s in a lot of ways as well, but it's more focused on the films and movies, not so much literature and some of the, I don't know. I really like a lot of the stuff that came out. Oh, Cars. That's the other thing. I like the Cars. There was just a lot of stuff that came out that was good in the 80s.
The music was okay, in my opinion, since that was kind of where I guess whatever stuck with me, that was the big takeaway for me. Because you got away from the 70s with all of the sappy bullshit, but you hadn't got into the 90s grunge where I hate myself. It was literally the epitome. Yeah, it was before all the hate myself and the flannel. And so, it was sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And the music was all just about, for the most part, was just about having a good time. There was no dark political objective for the most part. There was no, I hate myself and I hate everybody else. It was just, you know what, we're having a good time, and yeah, we're going to do a couple of lines. We're going to drink a few beers. We're going to smoke some shit, and we're going to have some fun. And that's, to me, that's my biggest recollection of the majority of the 80s was, hey, we're going to have some fun. There was none of the bullshit today. Literature, honestly, there's not a lot that stands out to me from literature, from a literary perspective. Movie wise, yes. I mean, fucking Red Dawn came out.
I was waiting for you to mention that.
Well, you know, I had to. You opened yourself up for that one.
Red Dog, Red Dog, Red
Yeah,
Dawn
Red Dog.
Red Dog, and
Red
Big
Peter.
That's right, and Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, don't forget Escape from L.A. and Escape from New York.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, if we're going to talk about Kurt Russell films,
Ghostbusters.
Captain Ron came out in the okay,
Captain
1990.
Ron. What?
Are you telling me you haven't seen Captain Ron?
That's a piece of shit.
What? What?
I have to side with Vince on this one too.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit.
Say that again.
It's a piece of shit. Captain Ron
shit.
is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'll back that up.
Sorry.
Terminator. There we go.
Fucking
Terminator. Terminator and Predator and Die Hard. So fuck you and your Captain Ron.
Captain Ron. Hey, Captain Ron.
I'm going to actually write this. Captain Ron
boss.
is a POS.
Hey, anything's going to happen out there.
All right, everyone out in the chat who has seen Captain Ron, is it a piece of shit or did you like it?
No, it is
let's get
one
it.
For you liked it, 2 it's a piece of shit.
John.
Type 1 if you liked it, 2 if it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, John, did you see that Captain Ron?
Well, I'll tell you, whatever he answers is going to tell me everything I need to know about John. Everything I'll need to know
much.
based on
a
1 or a 2.
Accordingly.
So 1, you liked Captain Ron. 2, it's a piece of shit.
Never
Come on, guys.
Okay, fair enough.
There's no 3. We're not going to get 3s in here.
Captain Ron, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Come
John, did you like it? Type 1 if you did. 2 if you thought it was a piece of shit.
Type 4 if you think that I'm the only straight guy on this show.
Right.
Oh, Christ.
Come on.
Type 4 if you think TJ's a virgin.
What is Captain Ron? Oh, God.
Well, see, there you are, TJ. Nobody even fucking knows the film. They're all like, what are you guys
That is
talking
the
about?
appropriate, not for nothing, that is the appropriate answer to that question.
Oh, he's saying 4. Oh, gotcha.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm dying. I can't breathe. Is that 4? Is that 4 to the gay question or 4 to the virgin question?
No, the virgin question.
No, that was 4 to the gay question.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
I love this show.
And TJ's like, nobody cares.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we have to send that meme out more than we do.
Oh yeah, we gotta plaster the internet with that shit.
How does it feel to be like a well-known meme, TJ? How does it feel?
You know,
well, he's not well known as a meme yet. We got to get it out there. Oh yeah, Top Gun. Forgot about fucking Top Gun.
Top Gun. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about gay. Let's talk about Top Gun.
What? Come on.
Well, you know, Goose and what's his nuts? They were a little
then the one scene that like tops it all, where Val Kilmer goes, "You know what? I don't like you. You're dangerous. You know what? I am dangerous." And then he does this.
The
like,
writing is pretty bad. Yeah. I mean,
and then they all oil each other up, and then they play volleyball. Like, more
Rambo, Rocky. Well, Rocky. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, shit, yeah, fucking Rambo.
Top Gun, super gay. I can be your wingman any day.
No, seriously.
Oh shit.
I get what the
first.
I
can be your wingman any day. No shit. No
That's
shit.
Funny.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry. Say when. Say when. Say when. I love that. Tombstone. That's a fantastic. If you haven't seen
that
Tombstone,
was not an 80s film though.
No,
they came out in 97.
There you go. We're stuck in the 80s right now, Vince. Get with the fucking program.
All right, look, we can push it to 90s.
Hey, you see here, we won't be talking about what we want. See?
Yeah, I'm telling you, one of these days we have to do the broadcast with that voice.
Oh yeah, we're totally gonna do a radio.
Time we're just talking that way the whole fucking time.
Back to the Future, classic.
Oh yeah, Back to the Future.
That's my point.
Hey, you can't forget Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi.
Yes.
And
I saw Empire Strikes
Raiders
Back.
of the Lost Ark.
Absolutely. I saw both of those movies in the movie theater.
Same here.
Nice. Sorry, TJ.
TJ,
No,
on the other hand,
this
is
is my
fucking diapers.
no, but this is my point: is the
Diapers.
'80s produced so many good films, like Back to the Future, which even early actors.
The new Terminator looks like an abortion.
Oh my God.
Well, it is pretty much an all-female cast, so.
Well, that or it looks like a pink hat parade or something like that.
And Pink Pussy Hat Parade.
No, it just there were so many good films that came out in the '80s. You had Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You had Empire Strikes Back. You had the Indiana Jones films. You had, I mean, I have only seen parts of Footloose, so it seems like it wasn't the greatest film, right? According to Spider-Man. You've seen the Avengers, yeah.
I haven't seen Dark Phoenix yet, and John's saying it's really bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, come on, John. You're being kind of vague. How
They
did you
kill
really
off
feel
Sean
about it?
Connor. What the fuck? Oh, that's not
So
good.
bad.
And they
Remember,
try it?
yeah, well, of course they're going to kill off Sean Connor because it's all about Sarah Connor. It's all about ladies.
Oh, lady!
Freaking ladies!
The whole Jerry Lewis voice is fantastic. It's about that time, Rob. You need to.
Well, yeah, I got something before I bring up the thing. I'm
Ooh.
looking at the likes. We got a dislike. What the fuck?
Yeah,
How
seriously.
did that happen?
Who did that?
All right, here's to the dislike.
There you go. Sick
Suck
'em,
it.
John.
Suck it.
Yep. Anyway, so yeah, it's top of the hour. Oh, dude, I'm so getting another one here as soon as I'm done saying my piece.
Absolutely. Cheers.
So it is almost 8:00, and you know what that means, kids. It's time to like the video. So go ahead. Don't choke there, Vince. So hit the like if you haven't already. Hit subscribe. And guys, if you hit the like, that sends tingles to the vagina algorithm from YouTube. It gets more exposure. We got to counteract that dislike. That is sitting in with my craw. That is sitting not sitting well. But hit subscribe if you haven't.
Ross Stoney wants another middle finger to the dislike for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like throwing a shoe.
Yeah.
Right?
Who does that? Who throws a shoe?
Honestly.
Honestly, that really hurt. Actually, I don't mind the
kids,
dislike.
hey, you kids had your fucking fun. I'm not done yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. Oh.
Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and then hit the notification bell because we've got more shows coming up every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this Saturday it's Cartoon Hour again. So you guys need to tune in for that.
We have two special guests, and one special guest requested the other special guest, so we had nothing to do with that. But we're getting them both on.
Yeah, it'll be a good show.
I really can't do a great British accent. I can mimic a British accent, Ralstonian. Who the hell disliked this? I don't know. Some retard.
So the question is, what type of British accent are you talking about? Like sort of a Yorkshire accent?
Cockney. TJ, do a
geez.
Cockney accent.
Well, what would you like me to say?
Whatever you want. What kind of gun do you have there in your hand there, buddy?
Oh, I just got a shooter.
What kind of shooter?
Oh, you know, one that the old colonials use.
The colonials? Who are they?
You know, they're all across the pond.
Across the pond, those fuckers.
Did you ever see Green Street Hooligans?
I have not. No.
No.
When was that made?
Came out in 2005, and it's about Elijah Wood is this American who goes across to London, and he's meeting up with his I think brother-in-law, one of his brother-in-laws, or something like however it works, but they're heading to a football match, and Elijah Wood goes, "Oh, yeah, you might learn something about soccer." "No, mate, not about soccer. And for God's sake, stop calling it soccer."
It's football.
Nice.
So it was funny.
Does Elijah Wood do a passingly convincing accent?
He's an American. It's this other guy who plays the limey, as it were. But it was just funny to listen to him. He's trying to explain to him Cockney slang. Like he goes, "Oh, we could go do a tom." He's like, "A what?" He's like, "A tom tit."
A tit.
Or he's explaining how like bees,
Oh, okay.
honey is money, so you say, "Give me the bees."
The
Or
bee's
they.
knees?
Yeah, there was a cool game that I played as a kid. That's where I got interested in Cockney slang. Was The Getaway? It came out in 2001, I believe, and it's a weird video game for PlayStation 2 where it's a huge chunk of it is just film, and it's done with this sort of Wallace and Gromit style animation for the game.
I love that. Yeah, Wallace and Gromit is the shit.
Yeah, so they did very professional,
Yeah.
hired professional actors to do it, and so they're doing all this stuff. So I got really interested in that for a while. He says it sounds more Australian. Yeah, I sound like our friend Adam Piggott.
Oh yeah, I like Adam Piggott. I have one of his books. It's very good. Pushing Rubber Downhill.
Wow, bushy rubber.
Pushing rubber. I put all my rubbers. Wait, what? Anyway, I've had too much to drink.
No, you haven't.
I haven't. All right. Not as bad as Rob was. There was an episode where Rob got a little tipsy, but you would not know it until the end. You have to watch the
The
end.
very end.
Yeah, episode 12, I think.
Yeah, you'd be correct. That was a good one from what I hear.
It was a good one. It got a lot of likes. Got a lot of views.
Well,
but,
we need
seriously,
to get a lot of likes for this one to offset that dislike, man.
We have 17 so far.
We have
not
18.
for nothing.
18
okay.
from what I'm saying.
I don't mind a dislike here and there. It means we're legitimate.
Yes, I guess you could say that, but to me, it's like, who dislikes us?
I know this is indeed the Vincent Rob night. TJ had his night last Wednesday. What are you drinking, TJ?
Drinking now.
I'm drinking wine.
Okay, what did you have before? What kind? Now, what? It looks like a red. Is it a Malbec?
It is a French wine. I cannot pronounce or translate the name. So, but
that's not helpful.
This is part of the town that I live near.
Oh, okay.
So, TJ, you do realize that mixing wine with beer, it's like a geometric effect, right?
No, not sure what
well,
you mean.
Now you know.
Geometric effect.
One thing, yeah. See, I used to be a bartender back in a prior life. And one of the things I learned from bartending and serving up all sorts of alcohol, and I also know this from, friends doing like beer and then switching to hard alcohol, switching to wine, it fucks you up even more than if you'd have just stayed with like wine alone or beer alone. When you start mixing your alcohols, it's like a geometric effect.
So what does geometric effect mean?
It means instead of just having 2 drinks, you're having like 5. Because you're drinking hard alcohol in the form of wine as well as drinking beer. Trust me on this, TJ. Just drink.
Just drink. Drink up. Here you go. Hang on. Toast.
Well, I've been dehydrated the whole day.
Toast.
So
hey, even better. Drink
to
dehydration.
Toast to
into sweethearts.
Yes, and may they never meet.
And they never meet. We were just watching that movie, Master and Commander.
I love that. That's a fantastic movie.
They're at the dinner table, and they say the
Weevils, the
young guy says, "I believe you met Lord Nelson." And he goes,
"Yes,
pass
the salt."
I had the honor and privilege of dining with him twice. Can you entertain us with an anecdote? I shall never get it.
That's a word I don't nearly get enough of.
He looked across at me and said, "Aubrey, can I trouble you for the salt?"
If you haven't seen Master and Commander, you have to immediately stop what you're doing and go see that. Yeah.
Well, you can wait till after the podcast, and then
they're based on. Actually, that Master and Commander is an amalgamation of 5 books by Patrick. What's his last name? Patrick. Shit.
Come on, guys in the chat, help us out here. One of you.
I know.
fuckers
I have the book. It's
Patrick. Shit, damn it. What's his name? God, come on, TJ. You're letting me down. You're letting me down.
Guys in the chat, come on. One
the
of you
only
guys know.
straight guy
Patrick
on this
Henry.
show.
All pro. Patrick Henry. Maybe. Yeah.
No, come
No,
on.
Patrick Henry. Is it?
Hey, there
No.
we go. Henry.
You know what one of my favorite scenes in that movie is with the 12-year-old boy with the high-pitched voice. He's like, "Arm yourselves! We must board them!" And then he just jumps down with a pistol and just blows away this French sailor. And I'm just thinking, can you like a civilization that allows 12-year-old boys to just get their game on in war is, can't be too bad. Right.
Dude, I was gonna say they're not soy when a 12-year-old can pick up a piece and go fucking shoot somebody.
Yeah, he's just like going down there and owning town, wrecking shop and all that kind of stuff, and he's giving all these orders to the adults. And it's like, yeah, because he's Lord Blakeney, right? Do what I say,
Lord Blakely. Yeah.
Lord Blakeney.
And
then compare it to today. I'm offended.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, did you ever listen to my podcast episode, Mountain Pass podcast, where I talked about how students at Stanford University needed their parents to schedule play dates?
Oh yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
That fucking episode.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And so I'm just thinking, yes. Meanwhile, back in history, you had 15-year-old boys, fighting in battlefields and all that other kind of stuff. But at the same time, I made a very good point. I said, these kids are a product of who raised them. So when we say what's wrong with the
garbage
kid,
in, garbage out.
Well, right. I've learned when I see a crap human being, I understand they're a crop. And I want to look at the farmer and beat him to death with his plowshare. Because it's like you raised a crap, you produced a crappy harvest that I got to deal with, right? It's like a local farmer who's the only guy that you can rely on for wheat, and he does a crappy job with the wheat. It's like, dude, my bread tastes like crap because you didn't do your job, so you don't get any of my beer.
Yeah. John, you were talking about about bullying. That's it. I mean, when I was a kid and I had to deal with bullies, my father pretty much said, all right, well, here's how you defend yourself. And this is what you do. You punch them in the face or you punch them in the gut. And it's over. You're done. I mean, boys should fight. That's how they learn. That's how they learn boundaries. And that's how they learn how to negotiate.
Well, and they also learn that, when you take one to the face, you realize you're not going to break. You're not going to shatter into a million pieces.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as much as we look at the millennial kids, I would say,
John, agreed.
And I agree with what John's saying, but at the same time, you can have bullying. It still goes on. It's just when you're being picked on, you're essentially emasculated as a 15, 14, 16-year-old boy. You are not allowed to sock the other guy in the face. Even if they physically attack you, you're not allowed to fight back. My high school had a 3-day suspension policy if you ever touch someone in anger, right? That was the exact policy. And they said, if you're being physically attacked, you need to wait until someone else comes and stops them. So you're not allowed to fight and defend yourself. So this is why I'm sympathetic to a lot of these kids who are getting into their 20s and they're dealing with all this stuff. And rather than making fun of them, I know it's easy to do, but if some of them are being genuinely, like, they understand that they're broken or that they understand there's something wrong with them, they should not be mocked or made fun of. They should be helped because they are. Imagine if like a kid was kept inside a closet for their entire lives and then let out. I mean, would we really make fun of them for not knowing anything? But at the same time, when kids are denied opportunities to grow or become an adult, and then they're let out into the world, like you got to we got to go back to a situation where young boys can have physical confrontations without it turning into a 4-scale alarm.
It's necessary for our growth. And the problem is now, if you take that away, then what happens is when words start hurting you, then you have a problem. That's where we're at now. We're hurt,
Right.
not us, but the general population seems to be hurt by words.
You know, an example of just showing how sissified our society
God
is.
damn it, Rob! Shut up.
Waiting for you to see that.
Rob,
Yes.
don't listen to that guy who's 5'4", 5'9".
5'4". Are you 5'4", Rob?
Yes, I'm fucking
Okay.
5'4".
Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Shut up, TJ. How tall are you, TJ? You're like 5. You're like
just said he was
6'1".
5'10".
5. I'm 5'10".
Well, TJ's got to be taller than that then.
You're like 5'11", TJ, because you're a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, probably taller now because I've been doing what do you call it?
Oh,
Traction
stop it.
I've been doing steroids. I've been doing juice.
Yeah. No, you're right, John. You're right. In the neighborhood I grew up in, I mean, it wasn't bad, but we got into fights. That's what you did. And then when you're done, you dusted yourself off, and you were friends again. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But I've been punched in the face numerous times.
Right, and the thing is, even if you're if you're being picked on, if you take the beating and you just aren't, you're unfazed. You never win the fight, but you're unfazed. People will respect you for that. The other boys will say, you know, this guy got the crap kicked out of him, but he just picked himself up and just carried on and didn't whine about it. We got to give the kid respect. He's got guts, right? Like that earns respect. But nowadays, there's no way for a kid to move up in the social hierarchy. You know, once he's picked on, he has no opportunity to do anything about it.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, every young man should train in a martial art or boxing or just a general self-defense. I agree.
And you never know. It's funny how bad.
Agreed. Rule zero, Dad. Agreed.
Right. I was reading. I think it was Bill Garnier. He would get into fistfights with guys in alleys. What'd you do?
I dropped my whatever this coaster thing is.
Coaster.
The coaster. The coaster.
Coasters.
The coaster.
Coaster.
What were you saying, TJ? I wasn't even. What were you saying?
I was saying how Bill Garnier.
Who the fuck is Bill Garnier?
Dude, from Band of Brothers.
Oh, okay.
I never talked about that show on this channel.
You don't talk about Band of Brothers at all.
Band of Brothers, what's that? I've never heard of it.
What movie is that? Is that with John Bazelon?
Is that a radio show?
Is that John Bazelon?
I don't watch MTV.
I don't listen to hip hop.
Exactly. I don't watch the Oxygen channel, so I don't know what the hell this is.
The Oxygen channel.
TJ, the Band of Brothers, that's with John Bazelon, right?
Oh, that's a faux pas.
I'm so sorry, but I worked with his nephew.
Yeah. No, it's Bill Garnier was one of the paratroopers, and he was describing in his autobiography about getting into fistfights in Philly.
Oh, okay.
And he said
yeah.
He said afterwards they would just shake hands and it'd be over. Right?
Exactly.
You understood that it wasn't personal and you didn't hate the guy, but just that was a way to just vent. It was a way to let out steam. And he said also they didn't fight dirty, right? You never kicked a guy in the face when he was on the ground.
No, there was honor. There was honor.
Right. There was a code of honor in the way that they fought, and they carried that on the army. But nowadays, kids are so we suppress and repress so much of these physical urges to fight, and it's because we can get into
because toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity. Yeah, it's toxic masculinity, and until it's time to go fight.
Until shit goes down, and you need there's a crisis,
until the barbarians are at the gate.
Well, or you need someone to go be cannon fodder in the next war overseas. Then suddenly it's thank you for your service, right?
Wait a minute. Now there's two dislikes. You sons of bitches.
God damn it.
Who did that?
The most disliked episode ever. You know what? Actually, I saw that one pop up. It was about the time we were talking about kids need to, go out and fight and get their ass kicked.
Well,
somebody got triggered.
Somebody was offended, you huge pussy.
No shit.
Seriously.
A trigger phrase. What did I say? What did I say that was a trigger phrase? Toxic masculinity?
It must
Is
be
that
the
what it was?
it just must be the dishonest look on your face, Rob.
Fuck, it must be.
If that the war room doesn't make it clear, and this don't make it clear, and that don't make
Honestly,
it clear, like what else do we got to do around here? Do I
I
have to
don't
like
know.
hang the bodies of traitors along the wall here, or like what do we
Just
got
their
to do?
heads.
Oh, just their head. No, we
Uh,
put that on pikes outside.
Right.
John, yes, women love to see a fist fight in
Yeah,
front of
that's why they
themselves.
instigated it.
Absolutely, they will. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, let's you and him fight.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you got to learn to identify. I knew a bunch of guys who got involved in that kind of thing where they were about to fight each other. And they're like, wait a minute, we both kind of like each other. This girl right here who's egging us on. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Hey, TJ, you need the "Don't Tread on Me" flag.
I got that flag.
Well, you need to hang it.
We should all hang that up.
I can whip it out.
Snowflakes couldn't handle this.
Okay,
show.
Hang
so
on,
I have-
TJ, wear it like a robe right now.
Oh,
Put it
All
on.
right.
Put it
One
on.
second.
Let's get some more dislikes, you sons of bitches.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the deal. If you dislike us, tell us why. Give us some honest feedback. If not, you know what? Reach out on our contact page on Masculine Geek. Reach out to us, and we'll invite you on the show, and we can have a debate. If not, step off. That's it. That's what I can tell you. Step off.
That's a polite way of putting it.
Yeah, I know, right? You have to be polite. You got to be gentlemanly. You have to be gentlemanly.
The beer in me saying otherwise, but okay.
I know. I was waiting for that. I'm gonna kick their ass. Damn it.
No, it's just fuck you.
Pretty
You
much.
know?
We should have a Masculine Geek get in the ring with us, and we'll kick your ass. Meet
No,
up.
what we should have is a Masculine Geek, the most disliked episode ever.
Yes. Raw Stony Report. I love it. Vince's channeling his inner Costanza. It happens. There you go, TJ. That's what happens when I get a little bit of rum in me.
So this is the original. Don't tread on me flag.
Oh, nice. I like it. Nice.
Just call me Butcher Bill.
Butcher built. Nice.
So this is the French wine.
Oh, nice. And that's what you're drinking now, correct? Excuse me. Pour it up. These will be interesting broadcasts once we come out. Once you guys come out to the East Coast.
A pirate's life.
That's right, brother. We're gonna go ahead and get in there and rock. We're gonna kick some fucking ass. That's what we're gonna do. Because this is the WWF.
Wow, that's really good. You sound like Robert Frank. Do that again.
No, I can't
What was that?
do it again.
I missed it. No, I didn't miss it.
Yeah, that WWF.
I want to hear it
that
again.
was good. Dude, I can't just fucking make it back up. It's got to channel naturally.
Yeah, we channel it later. That's okay.
So it's funny when we talk about pirate movies.
Hillbilly Jim.
Talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, the first film that came out. I can't believe it was 16 years ago.
Oh shit.
I remember I went and saw it twice.
Swole is the goal. That's right. I love that guy. He's fantastic.
Swole is the goal. Let's go.
He's not. He doesn't live that far from me. We should probably get him on the
Who
show.
are you talking about?
Robert Frank. He's the guy that does the.
You guys are fucking insane, man. You good. I love my guys in the chat. You guys.
I know. What's
good.
up, Christian Soto? We love. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I can't follow. What's going
Hey,
on?
Christian, hit the like button, buddy.
Hit the like
we
button.
Gotta get rid of those dislikes.
We have to offset you guys.
We have to offset the soy.
The soy. Jonathan, what is E3? I live under a rock.
E3 is where they release like trailers or teasers for The Legend of Zelda.
Okay, gotcha. Sergeant Slaughter, absolutely.
Oh shit, TJ's pouring out a little liquor for the homies.
There you go. Bring it up. Bring it in.
Mm.
This is to everyone. This is to everyone in the chat. Thank you. A shout out to John and Ralstonian and Eaton
Christian.
and Christian. Thank you. There you go. It's for you. And here's the two people that dislike the show. So there you go.
Yeah. So John was saying it's like the biggest video game convention in the world, so that's where they release stuff.
Okay.
Where they release stuff and
They release
I'm just
stuff.
saying, like it's like a Comic-Con for video games.
There's nothing wrong with
Okay.
Comic-Con. I love Comic-Cons.
No. Even the chicks that dress up there, some
Oh,
of them are
that's
all
the
right.
best. I actually
Some of 'em.
love cosplaying chicks. That's why you go. I mean, it's why guys go.
Well, it depends. You know, I can see TJ's ambivalence. Have you been to Seattle's cosplay? Because I've seen pictures.
Well, all right, fair enough. You have to come to the East Coast. Come on.
no,
No,
just come to Utah. The girls
Yeah,
here actually. have
There you go.
I went to a Renaissance fair once. I didn't dress up for it
Once.
once.
All right,
Whatever.
once.
No, I
What-
the problem is that they have the goth, like what do they call it? There was the goths and the what are the other girls who wear all black and they're depressing? I don't
tell
know.
us. You don't act like you don't know.
I can't know all these weird subcultures, but the goth chicks would show up. And then you had the people who are
Is
really
it
into
Celtic?
like
It's not Celtic.
no
is it?
Celtic. No, I know a girl who's into like Celtic culture, like traditional.
Come on, guys in the chat. Emo. That
Emo, that's it,
motherfuckers are,
yes.
there we go. They're fucking emo. There we go.
Yeah,
Thank
Gothic
you,
Gothic
Ralstonian.
chicks
Fuck.
are down the street. Goth chicks are across the road. Right. That was
fucking emo. That's it.
no, dude. Oh god, emos.
Kind of like emus, but this is emos. Yeah.
I would have no problem putting them in camps. I'm just saying.
Well, just give them razors.
Seriously. They all showed up at the Renaissance Fair. So yes, there was a couple of cute girls in medieval attire, but there were a lot of people. It's like, dude, this is a Renaissance Fair, not a like bondage convention or something.
This
like
isn't
that.
an emo fair.
No, we need to physically remove you. You
Fairies
need a
and
physical
pirates.
removal
Oh
policy.
god.
Where I live, but it's
Check
full of
photo
fairy pirates.
23. What are we looking for here, John?
Say what? Oh,
Well, John says check photo 23, and he's doing the winky. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? You got to give us a fucking reference, John.
Oh my gosh, John.
They didn't use condoms back then. Well, it's because they didn't have none.
Yeah, they were probably still.
Hey, John, you got to throw a link in the chat if you're going to tell us check to photo 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Photos from MegaCon. Oh, well, dude, throw a link up there. I got to see photo 23. It's just evolving in the chat. This is great.
Oh my gosh. Oh, the link might not have taken because I put a photo in there.
Oh, fuck that. Fucking YouTube probably fucked up. God damn it.
What happened?
We didn't get a link. John was throwing porn into the chat, and we didn't get
Porn.
Well, I don't know if it was porn, but it was cosplay, and he's like, check out number 23, guys. And I'm thinking, dude, check 23 what? What are you fucking talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, it didn't come through, John, because YouTube's a douche.
All right,
So
DM me on
we
Twitter,
didn't
and I
get it.
can always repost
Yeah.
it.
Send it to Vince. Send it Masculine Geek 1.
That's right. Wow, it's almost 10:30 already. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
This is what happens when you
see
drink.
the link? Why don't I see the fucking link?
All right, hang on a second. Hang on. All right. What the hell is that shit?
The link. What? Hey.
Hang.
Come on, you got to share the wealth here, Vince. I can't
You ain't
see
seeing
it.
shit.
Oh,
All right, hang on.
Okay, let me check. Okay, let's see here.
I'll send it. Hang on. I'll put it in the chat. Hang on.
All right.
God, you're so demanding.
What's wrong with you both?
That is from Modern Life Dating.
What? There we go. God damn it.
Dang it, Bobby.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. Ooh, no.
Oh,
That's number 21.
Oh,
Okay. Gotta move on.
Flip, Kim.
Oh, hey, wait, whoa. What the fuck is this? Number 4.
That's disgusting.
Number 4, on the other hand, hot damn.
What the flip?
Yeah, it's really all kinds of wrong.
Oh, nah. Do I really want to see this? Is John fucking throwing something up there that I'm not
God
gonna unsee?
damn it.
Can we get some holy water?
What the fuck?
To just sprinkle.
You can't unsee this once you see him.
Well, you know what? I don't know if I want to. Well, you fuck it. I'll see it. What the
God,
hell?
it's like a train wreck. I'm on number 18.
Hey, number 4 was all right though.
I need an old priest and a young priest.
Oh, what the fuck?
Good Lord.
Number 23. Is that
number
you, John?
23. It is. It's fucking John. He's carrying his Jesus cross.
Carrying the cross. Great minds, man.
That's my boy.
What
Hell
the
yeah.
fuck? I gotta X out of that before I kill myself.
There's some retarded individuals there. Jesus.
Good Lord. Okay.
You know, it would be funny.
TJ's just appalled. He wants to cover himself with the flag right now. No, John. Who is that character? I have no idea who that is. Who is that?
Is it the guy from Cowboy Bebop?
Maybe. No, I don't think so. Not with the cross. We should have just invited John on the show.
No, he's got the getup and the cigarette. It's what's his name? What's the name? Spike. Is he? John, are you Spike?
Was that Spike? No, he looks. No, it's not really John, but it looks like John.
Is that the Real Folk Blues?
The Real Folk Blues. I'm bringing that soundtrack with us to the Village by the Sea.
Wolfwood from Trigun.
Oh, okay.
It is me.
It is me.
It is you.
It is me, Austin. It is shit.
Oh, good. It's not just me.
This tastes. It tastes like shit. It is shit, Austin. Righto. Where did Rob go to drain the lizard? Does anyone else read Hemingway? Eaton, I read. I'm a Hemingway aficionado. If you want to run with the bulls, let me know. I'll go with you.
Just remember, the sun also rises.
The sun also rises and the sun sets. Yes. I actually have a T-shirt with the original artwork from the book.
Oh, nice. I read one of his older books that takes place. It's like a drunkard, shockingly, a drunkard in Cuba during World War II. I can't remember what it's called.
A drunkard in Cuba during World. Oh, it's called the it's his. He wanted to write 3 books that were based off of nature, and this one was called Islands in the Stream.
Yes, that was it.
In this one, the main protagonist is an artist,
which is funny because with Hemingway, he wrote this the worst book I've ever read is To Have and Have Not. The worst.
Well, no, watch the movie with Humphrey Bogart.
Right. So there was a bet. Hemingway said you cannot make a good film out of this book, and this
it was Daniel Zanuck that ruined most of it. Like the Sun, not for nothing, with Tyrone Power.
Yeah.
Sun Also Rises is actually very. I like it. If you want a copy that, I have it in VHS. It's very hard to find, but I can get it for you.
No, yeah. So To Have and Have Not, they did, and it was Lauren Bacall's first film.
Mm-hmm. And she was actually very hot in that.
And of course, the two were doing their own thing off camera, which they took advantage of on camera. And but the film is good. It's just it had a lot of weaknesses that Casablanca didn't have, but it's still a good film. And I would definitely recommend people watch To Have and Have Not with Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall.
Also watch the snow
The Snow also
Snows of Kilimanjaro.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Gotcha. I thought you were about to say The Snow Also Rises, and I was like, have you had
The
that one?
snow also rises. Well, the sun.
The snow
the sun also rises.
rises.
It's actually fairly true to the book. It's very good. Tyrone Power is a great actor. But Snows of the Kilimanjaro is not bad. That's with Gregory Peck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a huge Hemingway aficionado. I can't do Henry. I can't do Gregory Peck. Can you, TJ?
I'd have to really concentrate hard. I don't think I have that, right?
Yeah.
Or I'd have to practice.
Okay.
Because, I don't know.
It's not as distinctive as what's his face.
As you think. I sound like, for example, Peter Lorre is really easy, right?
Oh, Peter Lorre in cartoons. The money, Rocky. They make me laugh.
You despise me, don't you? If I gave you any thought, I probably would. Right? From Casa. Oh,
I have a feeling that the Village by the Sea is going to be a lot of old movies. Playing.
I thought it was going to be a lot of drinking.
Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
We'll broadcast a lot of it as well. We'll do a live Periscope.
Edward G. Robinson is very easy to lamp.
Yeah, see? Aw.
Man, this ain't a place for coppers.
Ah, see? One for you, one for me. Eden, most of Hemingway was really adamant about not having his work. He wasn't happy with what was done with his work media-wise, but I would suggest watching them anyway. I have an independent producer did a version of Hills Like White Elephants. Hills Like White Elephants? Yes, Hills Like White Elephants. It's a very short film. It's done very well. If anyone wants a copy of that, I can send you a link to that. That's done very well, and it's true to the short story. So, but when Hemingway was alive, he was not happy with the movie versions of his books. He was not happy at all. He was happy with the actor he was friends with. What's his face? Not Gregory Peck. There's a Gary Cooper. He was he was rock solid with Gary Cooper. Well, it's interesting if you take what's happening in the media now with certain individuals and apply it to Hemingway, and you'll get it. Like they really ripped apart Hemingway. The media, the journalism was horrible in Hemingway. There's a lot of Eden. Yes, watch Dr. Strangelove this weekend, but Hemingway was it was a total badass. I don't agree with he was a product of his times. I get the whole hunting thing. I don't agree with that. Hunting animals is not my thing. But I get the fact that he lived the way he wrote, and he wrote the way he lived, and that for me, and for a lot of people, that's a key to their lives.
It's kind of like Jack London.
Take that. Well, Jack London's the same way, and Quintus Curtis is right. Quintus Curtis is really tweeting about that now. Jack London was a badass figure as well.
The thing is with Jack London, you read his stuff, and he lived that life. I mean, you can't have.
Quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Eden, read. It's a contemporary, sort of literary documentary, but read Hemingway's Boat. Hemingway's Boat was called The Pilar. He dedicated that to his wife, but go ahead and read that. That's a very good book.
You can't have not lived. That's a double negative. Shouldn't do that. You can only have lived in the Klondike to be able to write short stories like To Build a Fire, which is what Jack London wrote. And he writes about the Klondike Kid, and he writes about Call of the Wild, and these very great short novels that are very powerful. You can't write those unless you live that life in some way. And what's also amazing is, and what I like about him in spite of it, is he was he struggled for years because he was fiercely individualistic, right? He was very much like, the strong man and conquering the wild and the will to power type thing. At the same time, he also had socialist inclinations that I think tore at him. But ironically enough, I think that that's what gave him such a rich ability to write,
Agreed.
because he wrote one really great short story about a guy who is trying to kind of pretend or just play an activist. He's a professor, but he gets involved in this union, activist union or whatever, and he fully transforms into the character he's playing, just as part of this like experiment. And I think that that kind of represents Jack London, because on one hand, he's this guy who's probably survived a lot of tough times. He has this kind of social Darwinistic view of the survival of the fittest. On the other hand, he's very well aware of like how the plight of the working people. And so he was trying to reconcile that his entire life. And The Sea Wolf has flaws in it. It's still a great novel. I love it. If you haven't read it, read The Sea Wolf. Wolf Larson is a great character in literary fiction. And he wrote this sort of because he was being accused of being having fascist sympathies. And he was saying no, because he really fell into Nietzsche's Überschmidt, the superior man. And so Wolf Larson is kind of like the caricature that people were portraying Jack London to be. But Jack London was saying, no, I repudiate that and all this other stuff. But I still enjoyed his work. Even if you don't like necessarily some of his values, it's not overt. Like the guy was, first and foremost, he was a writer. He wasn't pushing propaganda. So he would write about this one kid in a short story about he's supporting his family because the dad died when he was young in a work accident, no compensation, and he's working at a textile mill and doing all this stuff, and his family's in poverty and it's the turn of the century, and he's not pushing an agenda in the story. He's just talking about the plight of these ordinary people, so that people will read it, get sympathetic, and say, how can we improve the lives of these people?
Gotcha. Very much like what's his face from 1984? Orwell. Thank you. He was the same way. If you read his diaries, you get a very interesting insight into that man.
Yeah, Orwell was that wasn't his name.
No,
I know.
He was also I believe a socialist.
He was a soft socialist. If you start reading his diaries, you get a sense for who he really was.
Yeah, so it's just interesting that a guy like that could write such a brilliant novel like 1984 and be so right. But I think that that's why he was so effective. He knew what he was talking about.
Sorry. John just tweeted out that picture that looked like that. Did you see that on Twitter? That's fucking fantastic. Yes, I cosplay, make hella money with crypto, play video games, train in full contact fighting. John, I want to spar with you. Love puppies and bang. I'll totally spar with John and bang tons of women. People like me exist, and being me is awesome. Okay, absolutely, I love it. I totally want to spar with you.
John, would you ever consider dressing up like Spike from Cowboy Bebop?
He would totally pull that off.
I think he could. Yeah, I was just looking at it. I was like, all you gotta do is add a little bit of that afro thing, put on a white shirt, and get rid of that.
And floods. Where there's floods. Absolutely.
Hey, just remember, there is no beef with the bell peppers.
Yeah, beef and bell peppers. You wouldn't call it beef now. Beef and bell peppers now, would you? What's your favorite episode?
I mean, I liked a lot of them. I didn't have a.
I liked Heavy Metal Queen.
I almost, because I've only watched them once. I need to maybe go back and watch some of them, but I think I really liked the which one was it? there were a couple that were they were a little weird, but I liked them, right? In spite of or because of the weirdness of it. And I can't remember. I almost need to make a list. I need to get an Excel spreadsheet of and
Yes.
everything of my episodes, but I like the one. I mean, the waltz with Venus.
Oh,
Is that it?
Yeah. That's the one where that's the Jupiter Jazz one where it's a very soulful music on that one. Yeah.
It's sort of like when somebody asks me what your favorite Batman animated series episode is. I have a couple that are really powerful. Since we're talking about it and geek stuff, my personal favorite, or not personal favorite, one of the best Batman animated series episodes was It's Never Too Late. And it kind of borrows from Angels with Dirty Faces with James Cagney and gosh, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? He's this famous actor. He played in that movie with Ronald Reagan about the Gipper. Anyways, so in the Batman episode, he's dealing with this gangster, whereas his brother is this priest. And the priest is trying
it's
to
like
bring
the
his
Quiet Man with John Wayne.
Yeah, and so he's trying to bring his brother back from the mob and all that kind of stuff, but there's a lot of poignant scenes where he's doing flashbacks to where the gangster's almost killed as a child by a train accident, and there's like this very I'd say as a kid, it's almost quasi-traumatic to watch it happen, right? Because the kid thinks his brother's been run over by the train, or you think that as the audience, and then you look back and realize that the brother that you think got run over is actually the priest behind the mobster who's reliving this experience, and he reveals that his leg got cut off or whatever, which is kind of traumatic for a kid's TV show. But it's a very story. It's a story about redemption. Frankly.
It's redemptive, yeah. Yeah. You have to say, yeah.
What was the Android episode? There were two different episodes of the one with the Android. There was one that introduced what's her name? Batgirl, Commissioner Gordon's daughter, Barbara Gordon. That I don't remember, but that was in the second season. And then there was the third season where it was where that same robot android is resurrected. But I don't remember. That actually was a pretty good one as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
I think it was well done. I don't know. I watched that stuff in college and I really liked it. I watched it as a kid, but then I watched it as an adult. And I thought it appeals to adults as well as children for different reasons. So it was interesting with the Batman animated series is that Bruce Timm said they envisioned it as being the 1939 World's Fair that never ended. So it goes on for 60, 70 years. So it takes place in the modern time, but with old technology. So you have all that artistic aesthetics with modern technology, like the Bat computer and all this.
Oh yeah, stuff. Yeah. I like that juxtaposition. That's really nice.
I think that's really cool. I can't remember one of the guys, the guy who created the Joker's girlfriend, Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
He coined the term, and I can't remember what it is, but that term to describe an era where the 1939's World's Fair never ended, where World War II didn't really happen.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the name.
It's like I need to go back. I have the documentary.
It happened again with Nikola Tesla in like 1899 as well, the World's Fair. We have to do a.
What a shock! TJ's talking. Yeah, thank you.
What? Aaron?
Aaron's back.
Aaron, where did you land at? Give us a hint.
Question. Aaron, how tall are you?
Jesus.
Aaron, how tall are you?
Aaron, how tall are you?
Ha ha ha.
Well, Aaron, why are you using some kind of weird ass
Yeah, it's either that or it's
YouTube name?
Yeah.
Where's your usual log in YouTube? Vegas, Vegas, baby. How many drinks did you have on the plane?
Okay.
Did you have you had more than me?
Hey, Aaron,
Jesus.
what's your favorite drink?
I'm
Oh,
5'9". For fuck's sake. Aaron, when we were out, I'm on my phone. Okay, Aaron, when you were out in Gettysburg, describe Gettysburg for me. How did you like Gettysburg when we were out there for the battlefield gathering? We're going to have another one of those too, but we are all Rumplemans. Okay. We are going to have an Italy gathering in the spring. Just to give you a heads up.
Snoresville.
Snoresville. Look, you son of a bitch. You know what? You know what? As soon as you landed, first of all, you came in late. You woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to open the damn door for you. Which I did. I had no problem. I had no problem doing that. And then we get up in the morning like, oh, is there an itinerary? Are we going to do stuff? What? I just fucking woke up, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Shit.
And he's like, oh, we got a job to do, gentlemen.
Wait, what? I have no idea what that says. Hey, look, at the field here.
At this field.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Aaron, how many drinks did you have on the plane?
Seriously.
It's the same damn field over there. Yeah, okay, so this is the
it's the same damn field over. Well, all right. You know, a lot of soldiers lost their lives. Have some reverence. Have some reverence. TJ will shoot you. And some soldiers died.
Whoop de fucking do.
He flew Spirit, no, he did fly Spirit. He flew Spirit. He had a backpack, and he woke me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to let me in the fucking house. To let him in the fucking house.
He's stone sober. Well,
I'm not.
Well, that explains something. Not everything.
Well, you're on your phone. That's why you're fat fingering everything. We can't tell what the hell you're saying. Spirit is great. I would agree. Spirit is pretty cool. It's very cheap.
Yeah, as long as you got people to let you in at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's it. You woke my fucking ass up. Flying it now, you son of a bitch. Aaron, we got 2 dislikes on our broadcast. Can you believe that? Some son of a bitch is out here.
The stewardess.
I know. I take issue with that. You have to provide proof. Take photos. And throw them in the chat.
Pixar didn't happen.
Seriously, that's a complete lie right there. I tried harder. That's what she said.
Good Lord.
I know, right? It's always a fun game. Ugh, come on. I can fly to Communopulous for 150. Give me a sec. All right, send us photos, Aaron. Throw them in the chat. Still taxing. I'm sure it was taxing. You mean taxiing? Taxiing.
You just gotta remember, Aaron Clary is only 5'9".
I'm 5'9". Yeah.
Aaron Clary's only 5'9", going down there, going down.
DJ, that's pretty good.
That was very good. Yeah.
No, but if we're gonna do it, let me do it. It's Aaron Clary. He's only fucking 5'9".
Fuck you.
That's right. Fuck you and you're 5'9", Aaron Clary.
This good thing we're not monetizing the episode. We would be destroyed. We're like totally.
We'd have been destroyed 10 seconds in.
This is not a family This is fuck you. This is not a family episode. That's a short 5'9". That's true. It is. He's on the low end of 5'9". He's like 5'8" and 3/4. Oh shit! This has been a great episode. Actually, I really enjoyed this. This has been fun, just talking about anything.
Yeah,
that's right.
Good.
Let's analyze Aaron. Let's analyze some movies. Let's analyze Cowboy Bebop. Let's have a bunch of drinks.
John, you still in the chat? You still watching? Where you at?
Real.
Ah, see, we got 5 people watching. Say,
I got
what are you talking
15
about,
watching.
five?
What the fuck are you talking
we got
about?
15 watching. And we have 19 likes. That's pretty good.
No, we got 20
20
likes.
like.
Oh, 20. Okay.
Woo!
For whatever reason, I'm 1 behind. I don't know
Well,
why.
that just sucks to be you.
It does. Shit. Shut up, Rob.
What in tarnation?
What in tarnation? Nice kid, but a bit dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got more nerve than a bum tooth.
He's got. Did they hit the like? They did hit the like button. We have 19 likes and 2 dislikes. Can you believe it?
20.
Who dislikes us?
20.
20 likes and 2 dislikes, you bastards. The 2 people, if you're still watching and you
They're not
disliked us,
watching. Fuck
they're
them.
not
They
you
ain't watching.
assholes. Just
They
go
jumped
ahead.
on. They went, I'm triggered, and they fucking hit this.
Hey,
Probably.
speaking of trigger.
Yeah. TJ, show us the barrel of that gun again. Boy, the boy's about as sharp as a pound of wet. No, not wet leather. Is it wet leather or wet liver? I forget. The boy's
Boy,
about as
you got
sharp
a
as a.
hole in your gloves, son. I keep pitching them to you,
And you keep missing them.
you keep missing them.
Boy's about as sharp as a sack of wet mice.
Nice kid, but little dumb.
Nice kid, but a bit dumb. So everyone who's in the chat, sound off. Heavy Metal 1981. Heavy Metal was Heavy Metal
That was a good one.
That was a great cartoon.
Which one?
Heavy
That was
Metal.
Ralph Bakshi, I think, and
It was before your time, TJ.
maybe
You
Frank
weren't around
maybe
yet.
some Frank Frazetta in there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember Aaron did an episode on what was his name? Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Do
Foghorn.
do that.
Last Unicorn.
Do.
Give TJ some edibles.
Hey, what?
Is eating.
Now that would be fucking interesting right there.
Yeah, I don't do that kind of thing in my part of town.
In your
my
cabin in the woods.
Yeah, we write manifestos and got tons of guns.
Well, we write manifestos and shoot firearms, but we don't eat us no edibles.
Yeah,
We
fuck
don't
them,
eat no
fuck them
degenerate
edibles.
edibles.
There you go.
What? Oh, I'll be your huckleberry.
Say when.
G4 TV. What show? What are you talking about, Christian?
I don't know what that show is.
I don't either.
We're geeks. We're not that geeky. Enlighten us, please.
Yeah, tell us what we're talking about here.
I'm Googling it.
Oh, fuck. You're already on it.
God damn.
Um,
You kids, get off my lawn.
That's right. Now get off my lawn. We're old. We're tired. Get off our lawn.
Yes.
Well, you guys are all AARP members. I'm still.
Well,
You're still 12.
not
You're
for
still
nothing.
waiting for
Rob and I
fucking
are very
puberty.
close to getting that membership.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christian,
I'm a
I
young.
think it was called Attack of the Show. Oh, okay. That's a compliment. Thank you, Christian.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Yeah.
Oh,
Eden's laughing at us. I love you guys in the chat. You guys are awesome.
No shit. These guys are like the creme de la creme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
French.
what 7 billion people on the planet, and there's like 12 guys that are smart, and they're all in this fucking chat.
That's right. You guys rock.
Yes, you do.
Aaron just said he's sitting on the runway and he sent a picture.
Of the stewardess.
No, he sent a picture of the fucking wing of the plane. Come on, Aaron. We want to see the wing of the plane. Show us some stewardesses.
Yeah. What is wrong with that boy? It's like he's only
What the fuck?
that 5 foot.
My name's Aaron. I got a GF, but I take pictures of plane wings. Jesus Christ. Come on, Aaron. Get with the program.
I'm gonna text him back.
Hey, Aaron, take pictures of the stewardess like it's a Pride Month sign at Target.
Hey!
Ooh, there you go.
'Cause it needs more traction.
It needs
That's
more
right.
traction.
It needs more traction. That cracked me up when he sent it out about the D&D autism thing.
No shit.
Don't get me. That whole thing is just retarded.
Nah, let it go. Let it go, Vince. Let
I
it
know,
go.
right?
Let it go.
Stop, Aaron. Stop sending photos of the plane wing. There's another one. That is not a
That is not a
stewardess.
stewardess. That
This
is a
is not
fucking
a
wing.
stewardess. Well, creme de la creme will put us to sleep. Well, that's true. We're not putting you to sleep. We're actually very entertaining.
Okay, that is not a stewardess.
This is
Mr.
not.
Aaron
This is not.
Clary.
Aaron, this is not a stewardess. I'm sorry. I do like this.
Captain, you have
That's
a mission
interesting,
objective.
but I have to
We
tell
want-
you.
It's not even
Attractive
fucking interesting.
photos.
It's a plane wing. That could be anywhere.
Hang on a second, Aaron. He just said it. This is from Aaron, everybody. This is for everyone in the chat.
It's
This
all
is for
you
you.
fuckers in the chat.
Hey, what's up,
Hey,
Conk?
Conk.
This is Aaron Clary sends this to you. Everyone
Hey,
in the
Aaron, yeah,
chat.
exactly. He's like, hey, Aaron sends his regards.
That's fucking hysterical.
Aaron, we want to see pictures of attractive stewardess.
He said, still
know-
taxing. Give me a bit.
You know what? I'll even settle for fucking hog beast. I just want proof of stewardess. All I'm
Hog
seeing is
beast.
fucking wings. God. Here, look, guys. Look at my plane wing. God. Yes, Conk, he is an OG. He is that.
What's that?
OG original gangster.
Oh gosh.
Well, you know, considering, you know, this is the guy that trolls fucking Spurgs for a living. So, you know, think about it.
What? Think about what?
Mr. Aaron Clary thinking
Mr.
he's
Aaron
an
Clary.
OG because he just be going on them spirit rides, you know,
Taking pictures of wings,
taking pictures of wings. Hey,
giving us the bird.
he's a peacock. You got to learn. Oh, you
All right. Hang on. I have a message from Aaron for both of you. Hang on. He says, hang on. He says, Vince, will you tell Pew Boy and Kentucky Man I'm still taxiing? Oh, fuck me.
Right,
great.
Tom? Aaron knows how to hug and kiss with the best of them. Curse of the high IQ is the hug and kiss. It's don't worry, lads and lasses. You're smart. They're stupid. You know what, though, guys? In all seriousness, if you haven't, you need to check out Curse of the High IQ.
Oh,
It
absolutely.
will answer a lot of questions as far as why is the world so fucked up, or is it me? Because I know I did that. I was always like, God damn, am I messed up? No, it's the world's fucked. And Aaron kind of explains it in his own Aaron way. So check out Curse of the High IQ. You need to see
Yeah, he
that
says,
one.
screw all of you. I'm smarter.
Pretty much.
And
What the fuck?
whoa,
What's he doing now?
Got his requisite kicked out.
I'm surprised it took this long for Google to fuck up again.
Wow. The
Conk,
Googler.
yes, the world is made for those who are mediocre. Well, that's how the ruling class rules you. If you're mediocre, you're easy to be ruled. But yes, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Aaron is. I'll get them their damn stewardesses. So he's in process.
Mr. Aaron Clary with his
Aaron
bathroom
Clary.
man. He'd be going around talking smack. He can't be
Trying to
tolerating
get
that.
traction, just trying to buy some goddamn shoes.
Yeah, going in, going to get in the shoes, and he ain't gonna be doing that without them apologizing. And that's it, dirt.
He's like that. What's his face from? Oh fuck! I forget the name of the cartoon.
I remember that cartoon.
That's right. We'll talk about that more on Saturday. And Saturday, you have to look. Everybody,
Guys, you need to tune in.
yeah, get your asses up on Saturday. TJ will shoot you. There's two guests we're having on back to back. They both one requested the audience of the other, so we brought them both in. So this is going to be their show with us, but you have to tune in because this Saturday's cartoon episode is going to be excellent.
Guys,
No, it's from no, not Randy from South Park, King of the Hill.
No, remember,
King-
guys, when you were a kid and you woke up on a Saturday morning and you went downstairs and huddled down there, and your parents didn't get up because they'd been
We had
through
the
hell.
TV real low. Yeah.
TV really low, and it was that one old TV that you had the manual crank that you had to turn, and you turned on to the right channel, and it was going to have all those great cartoons, and you could sit there, and for a couple hours, everything was right with the world. Yeah, that's Masculine Geek this Saturday. Tune in. All your problems will go away for at least 2 hours.
Aaron just said he's in seat 18, so it'll be a little bit. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yes, Aaron,
He's in the back of the fucking seat. He's the back of the fucking plane.
That's not that back of the plane, Rob. He's like in the middle. He's by the way. He just showed a picture of the wing. He's by the wing.
Dude, he could have got up and fucking walked around.
He's by the wing. Come on, look. Wait a minute. Hang on.
Yeah, and the fucking wing's back towards the back.
He is a literal wingman.
He's just asking me what time Vegas time. How the fuck should I know?
It's 8 o'clock in the evening Vegas time. It's 8:01 p.m. Jesus Christ, Aaron doesn't know how to tell time.
He ain't fooling nobody. There ain't no cute stewardesses on that plane.
I just want to see pictures. All I'm seeing is airplane wings, and that's a disappointment.
It really is.
Yeah. Aaron Clary is disappointment.
This is what he says to you. That's fantastic.
Hey, Conk, he's going to the Southern Command.
He's going to a Southern Command. Yeah. Oh, Aaron wants to know about the Aaron. We are on Saturday. If you want to come on, I have no problem with that. We'll have a grand time. In fact, it'll be quite interesting with the guests we have. With the guests we have on, it's 10 a.m. Eastern. So what would that be?
7 a.m.
Aaron,
7
you have to get up at
Southern Command time.
8 a.m.
No, it's 7 a.m. Southern Command time.
7 a.m. Southern Command time. I'm slightly drunk. What do you want? Jesus.
Well,
Christ.
Jesus Christ, get your fucking time zone straight.
Right. Christian, it's 10. Always go to the website and look at the YouTube. I always set up the event in advance, but it's 10 a.m. Eastern time. Rob, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So just
why is Rob? Oh, that's disgusting. All right, Rob, this is for you. It's Aaron's crotch.
Okay.
Hey, it's the fucking sun on those legs, you fucking white lily bastard.
You pale son of a bitch.
Oh, shit.
Hey, he's from Minnesota, don't you know?
My eyes.
Guys, we just jokingly, all seriousness aside, you need to tune in 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern time to Masculine Geek, Saturday morning cartoon edition.
He said I wanted pictures.
It's going to be epic.
Ever happened to you? Because I know what goes on Saturday mornings in most men's houses, and it's not going to be anything near as cool as what goes on in our neck of the woods.
Here's a hint. We will all be eating cereal.
We will all be eating cereal, and we will be discussing cartoons that you all love, but you are too ashamed to admit because you're cowards.
Exactly, you fucking bastards.
Unless you're old enough to be like telling your grandkids to shut their face and watch the show and stop being a little whiny coward. Like you tell your grandson, yeah, Bugs Bunny has more balls than you do, son. So yeah, tune in to this channel. Same Masculine Geek time, same Masculine Geek channel. It ain't complicated.
Well, and if you fuckers are subscribed and you got the notification bell set, you'll get it.
I was thinking about welding a race car chassis. Well, you can do that after. Or, hey, here's a shocking idea.
Weld a chassis or watch the Geeks.
You can weld the race car chassis while listening to Masculine Geek. Your testosterone level will go up by at least 40%. Doing both. Just saying. Yeah. It's like taking 16 tablets of prednisone or something like that. So I seem to be the only one on this chatting right now. So I guess I'll keep going. I guess. Well, you said nothing. Nothing. Said. At some point, yeah, exactly multitasking. You got to do multitasking. You got to do both. It's not exactly like Saturday morning cartoons where you're just watching the cartoon, right? You got to be able to do a couple of things that happens when you get older. So, but yeah, I would not want to stand in the way of working on a race car. I've always been wanting to work on a classic car myself.
You need to get a motorcycle. Stop that. You get a motorcycle.
I have access to.
Yeah, stop being pansy and get a motorcycle.
We have a field report from Aaron from the plane. He said, "Trust me, you didn't want to see those flight attendants."
Yeah, Aaron, stop teasing us with temptations or promises of attractive women. It's like saying to a bunch of guys in a desert, "Oh, I just saw water over there." And then you run over there and you're like, it's just a mirage.
Yeah. Well, Eaton, both TJ, I don't know who you're referring to, but both TJ and I are looking for an old pickup. I want an old Ford 150. I don't know what TJ wants.
Honestly, I'm looking for just an old pickup truck that is in good enough condition where it's not falling apart. But like I've had to put a bunch of that stuff on the back burner. I've been chatting about with I'm committing to a lot of stuff right now. And so I got to make sure that the pickup truck's not going to be a project because I just can't afford to do that right now. As Mr. Clint Eastwood once said, man's got to know his limitations. So learn how to do that. But yes, I will probably need to get a motorcycle at some point.
When you come out, here's the deal. When you come out in September, you can try mine.
I shall.
Right in the parking lot. Yep.
We're gonna video that one.
Absolutely. We're gonna live broadcast TJ riding a motorcycle.
China is limited, but 80s Fords are solid. Yeah, so Eaton's saying that the 80s Fords are solid. Cool. I will.
Yeah, the zero motorcycles are the ones that are electric. Yeah, they're cool.
So
Rob, I agree. Gas. What? Yeah, there's something about the rumble of a motorcycle you have to have. And not for nothing, the zero motorcycles are fucking silent. You can't hear them.
Rain mode is you wear chaps. You wear leather. That's rain mode.
What do you got? Those assless chaps?
Right.
That's fantastic. So you can, and it has rain mode, so you can drive it in all weather. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh boy.
Rob drives his motorcycle in all kinds of weather.
I'll tell you, like I said, rain mode is you wear fucking chaps.
There you go.
That's rain mode.
You carry your nipple clamps with you.
Pretty much.
Absolutely. TJ's turning red right now.
Good night, folks.
That's all, folks.
Oh, Brunhilde, you're so lovely. Oh shit! Aftermarket pipes. Yeah, aftermarket pipes are probably what I need to put on my Suzuki Boulevard because it's not loud enough. Not for nothing. I'll tell you something. I was out riding last night, and something in my gut told me to sound off the horn by this stretch of woods, and I'm glad I did. There were deer nearby. Now, not for nothing. I don't know if this is true of all foreign motorcycles, but their horns are shit. They're high pitched.
Yeah, they suck.
I feel like a pussy just sounding it off. It's got to rumble if they're going to. That's true, Eaton. Very true. You know what? When I was not a motorcycle rider, I always thought that was obnoxious, but I understand why it's done. You have to, now for nothing, drivers are fucking idiots, and when you're on a motorcycle, you need to be heard. You absolutely need to be heard. Loud pipes save lives. That's true.
Yep.
God, I'm drunk. Ooh.
That's why my Indian and my Honda both have aftermarket pipes.
Absolutely. Well, Eaton, I agree, but still, the pipes need to be louder. They're making pussified fucking horns and pipes. Granted, mine's a single stroke engine. I only have a 650, but it's a good beginner bike. It's a 2011 Boulevard, Suzuki Boulevard, and I bought it and only has when I bought it, it had 600 miles on it. So essentially, it was brand new, and not for nothing, I paid $2,000 for it. I got to steal, and I'm guessing if I go to resell it next year, I'll make my money back.
You probably make more if you want to.
Yeah. All right. Here's Aaron trying to catch a. Aaron is trying to catch a bus.
Quit being a fucking. Hey, Aaron, Uber.
Uber, yeah, you cheap son of a bitch.
That's right, you cheapskate. Fucking
1-800-411-PAIN, workers' comp. That's like the worst bus you can get on, Aaron, knowing your political leanings.
No, he's gonna take a photo of something in the bus and then complain about it on.
Probably.
That's right. Bigger government saves lives. No shit.
Wow. On paper, anyway.
Well, according to Bernie Sanders.
That guy who's asleep in economics class.
Oh fuck!
Fuck
More
that
than
shit.
that. He's sleeping a lot of things.
Stupid ass.
You know what? I don't think he's alive. I think he's just a puppet, kind of like that show.
he's a Muppet.
What's that show? The one where the Weekend at Bernie's place.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's.
Absolutely.
The fucking guy's dead, but they all just cart him around like he's alive. That's Bernie Sanders right there.
Probably.
Yeah.
I would just want to say, everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us.
That's right. You guys are lit.
You guys are fantastic. We love hanging out with you guys in the chat. I know TJ loves you.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Look at his face. Look at his face. You can tell. He does. No,
man.
He does. It is Aaron. Aaron, yes, that is one of the good movies. Now, here's the question: have you seen the original? I'm sure you have. You've seen the original Ghostbusters. What did you do, Ray? Just got Conk. Just got done talking to Jack Donovan. He's another OG. I agree. We would love to talk to Jack Donovan.
Yeah, I'd love to bring him on the show.
We would love to have him on the show. I don't know if you can tell him about us and say, hey, there's some masculine geeks that want to talk to you. Bite your head off, man. There's a cockroach up on whatever. What are you, some kind of cosmonaut?
If Jack ever came on the show, he'd probably say something like he did when he was throwing axes with Tanner Guzzi and some other dude. He's like two skinny Mormons and a jacked, what was it? A jacked pagan. Heathen jacked pagan. There we go. That's probably what he'd say about us too.
Aaron said that as far as my Ghostbusters question, he said only gays have not. So apparently, if you're gay, you haven't seen Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's kind of like not watching Dr. Strangelove before he's 40.
Shots fired.
Yes. No, he's seen it. Now, TJ, have you seen the original Ghostbusters?
I did. I actually watched it recently.
Okay, what did you think? Did you like it?
Pretty good. I was impressed with Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd.
When someone asks if you were God, you say yes.
My favorite line is still the same. I've worked in the private sector. They expect results.
I grew up in that house. What do you like? Mortgage it for this the third time?
We didn't have to produce anything. I've worked in the private sector. Yeah, exactly.
They expect results. I'm right in the middle of something, Ray. That was your plan? Get her? Come here, Francine. You're forgetting I was once a witness to an undersea mass sponge migration.
Oh, what?
It was when they were in the library. Are you, Alice, currently menstruating?
No, I'm reading.
What does that have to do with it? Back off, man.
I
I'm a
can send you
scientist.
some pictures of fat single moms with their
That
kids.
single moms.
3 cheers for
That-
the bus. Aaron,
Aaron, why
stop.
the fuck would we want to see that?
Aaron, why do you do this to yourself? TJ, how did you miss that? Miss what? Oh, Ghostbusters?
He was like 4.
That and my parents, that probably wasn't a movie that they were going to show me as a kid. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it had nothing to do with the inappropriateness of it. It's just
Wait
it's
a minute.
not one
Wait,
of
hold on. There was nothing inappropriate about Ghostbusters. Sorry.
No,
Nope.
TJ couldn't watch it in between, watching Red Dawn and Band of Brothers.
oh, bloody hell.
Jesus. I was 13 or 14 when that movie came out. Not for nothing.
Yeah.
My parents wouldn't take me to see that either. I saw that later.
Parents can be weird. For example,
true.
I couldn't watch James Bond until I was 13. Right? That was just their whole thing of you're not mature enough to watch James
Hang on a
Bond.
second. Aaron is there's shots fired from Aaron. He says, "What is hilarious is you all yell at me as if your voices need to make it all the way to Vegas for me to hear." You know what,
Well,
Aaron?
because
Can
you're
you,
such an old man.
Aaron,
that we have to
Aaron, can you
yell.
see that? All you guys, let's hear one of these for Aaron. Can you see this, Aaron? All 3 of us. Lift it up. TJ, let's see it. Come
Aaron,
on.
we only yell because we know you need hearing
We love
aids.
you. TJ, let's have it. Come on. No. Oh, for you. Oh, you're killing me, TJ.
I get my revenge in other ways.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, that's insidious.
Well, he sounds like Robert Greene or something.
Or the Count of Monte Cristo. I just wait 8 years.
Yeah, Rob has the smallest. Oh, shit.
That's all right, Aaron. I just want to give you the tip. That's all.
Hey, well, fucking A, the tip counts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just your daily reminder. I am Patrick Swayze. We're all
You
gonna
are.
die. I
You
stand
are.
up.
You are the Red Dawn man.
Yeah. So when the Russians or the communists, whichever one I'd rather have be invaded by at this point, when they invade, and you got to flee to the mountains. You know where to go. That's how it's going to be. Aaron, that's the alcohol dial. There's sound. Oh, and he will die.
Scruffy turd. I love the name.
No, it's the
That's
fact that
Scruffy Turd,
we
that's
have to yell at him because Aaron's, you got to remember, is an old man.
That's
He
true.
can't hear very well. He's got to turn up his hearing aids.
He won't turn up his hearing aids because he won't get them because when they tell him he needs hearing aids, he doesn't listen because he can't hear them.
Ooh, shots fired.
Fuck, I'll
So,
tell you.
He's like that old guy from the movie Up. Right?
Oh yeah.
So just keep
All
that in
right,
mind.
Rob, how many likes do we have so far?
21 likes and 2 douchebags.
And 2 douchers. All right, Rob, go ahead and do your duty.
All right, guys, we're winding down. So, hey, if you're watching and you haven't already hit the like button, it sends tingles to the algorithm of YouTube's vagina. It gets a lot more views. It gets a lot more exposure. You can do it absolutely for free. It won't cost you anything other than a press. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so that you know when we're going to be on next.
Excellent. Rob does that so beautifully. We're winding down. We're getting to the 11 hour, actually 20 minutes after 11. So we're running at 2 hours and 20 minutes. We're running over. Yeah, we seem to be doing very well in the chat. Everyone seems to be enjoying the interaction. We're going to go ahead and sign off soon. So Rob, go ahead and give your information, how they can find you.
All right. Yeah, you guys can find me at robsays.net. That's ROBSAYS.net. That's my flagship. You can find my links to my YouTube channel. You can find my Twitter. All that stuff's there. I put out a couple of blog posts a week. Apparently, my latest one that's called No Free Lunch is kind of on fire right now. So check it out. robsays.net.
I co-sign with that. Rob is I realize I'm biased because Rob is on the show, but really Rob is a very, very good writer. Both TJ and Rob are very good writers. I suggest you check out their work. Rob is not well. We'll be doing a Masculine Geek book soon, so you'll be able to read that. But
the newsletter, Vince, push the newsletter.
That was next, you son of a bitch.
Well, fucking get on it.
God.
Yeah, we need 2,000 subscribers, like what Aaron.
I thought it was only 1,000. We need 2 now. I think Aaron is
really?
smoking something.
Is it 2,000 to be monetized?
It's only 1,000. We can monetize now, actually.
It's only if you're an old guy. If you're young, you only need 1,000.
Well, Rob and I, see, here's the deal. Rob and I are young in spirit. Aaron is still a crotchety old bastard.
Persnickety.
He's persnickety, and he's get off my lawn, you damn kids.
He's curmudgeonly too.
Eden says,
"Keep it, Target, get your pride out of my shoes."
Keep it running till midnight. Fuck you.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'm old.
I know,
get off
right?
my lawn.
Get off my lawn, Eden. All right. Aaron says, "Did you get super chats at all today?" Well, no, I haven't set that up. You silly bastard. I can't. Look, we're getting there. We're focused on the newsletter. Don't get me wrong. Is it nice to make money? Yes, but that's not our mission here.
I mean, we won't complain.
We're not going to
throw blood shekels at us. I mean, fuck, we just need to bring DT on, get him drunk, and we'll get blood shekels.
Exactly. Well, what am I, God's name?
Well,
what are you talking about? Aaron, what are you talking about?
Aaron has had a
feel free to set up your super chats to my PayPal. I don't know. Sorry, Conk. We love you, but we're going to set up super chats to the Masculine Geek.
We like you, but we don't like you that much.
Your mission to look at fields. Oh, yes. Fuck you.
Look, you. Hey, we're going to be on the East Coast looking at the water. So if you want to come out, Aaron, if you do want to come out to the Village by the Sea, you can as well. We do have a room saved for you. However, there is no itinerary. None.
Oh, fuck. You know he ain't going to come out then for that.
I know. Go ahead, Rob. Explain the lack of itinerary we're going to have out there.
We're going to have such a lack of itinerary that we're going to just be getting up and going, what are we doing today, guys? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. What do you want to do? And then we're going to go do whatever.
Can I show up at 4 a.m.? Well, if you show up, you
don't expect a door answer.
Seriously, you have to sleep in your rented car.
Sleep on the porch.
Seriously. I rented a house right on the beach in Ocean City, New Jersey.
Hey, that reminds me.
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. I don't know, Brandon. What do you...
Hey.
What? Who? Good.
Mention the meetup.
Yes, we are going to have a meetup on Friday in the first week in October. I will release the actual location soon. It's for 8 to 9 people. The food cost is, I think, anywhere between $50 and $60. But we're renting the room. The money's not for us. It's just for the room and the actual menu. We'll release more information soon. But it's a Masculine Geek meetup. We're just going to hang out and have fun, enjoy each other's company, talk business. Just men getting together, being men. I have to go to work. Have a good night, guys. Oh, Christian, have a good night.
Yep. Good night, folks.
Yeah, Scruffy Turd says, Aaron, show up at 401 butt naked with alcohol. Gets him every time. I don't know. I'm not opening the door for that shit.
I'll open the door just to stick my muzzle out.
Seriously. A music episode? Eden, what are you referring to? Music?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
We might have a music episode. We could do that.
That love and that kind of music.
How about you guys come to the Southern Command? When would you like us come out to the Southern Command, Aaron? How long are you going to be out there? I could probably do a late July Southern Command visit.
Yeah, I could do the same thing. I'm here for the.
What week? Like now?
Yes.
How about you give us some heads up, Aaron?
That's exactly what he's fucking talking about. Can you come out tonight?
You guys are well. I wouldn't say we're wasted, but we
Ooh,
are a little buzzed.
Yes, we can definitely do a metal show.
We could do a metal show.
You're all
Rob was
self-employed.
good.
Yeah, no, we're not, Aaron. Like what? What plan?
We're not. You're the only one self-employed. You crazy bastard.
Hey,
He's
Hop on
He's
Spirit.
getting old.
Those planes are held together by fucking duct tape.
And the stewardesses are not exactly Ingrid Bergman.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, it's kind of gross, actually. All right, we'll come out, and not for nothing, Aaron. Eaton, you're self-employed. That's good too. Aaron, the invitation is open for you to come out to the Eastern Command in end of September, early October.
Or you can come out to the Cascadia Command, you jerk.
I know, right? What the hell? Him and his retarded.
He's the one who's self-employed, and he can't come up here and enjoy the mountains.
Him and his retarded motorcycle.
I know.
Jesus.
I shall attend.
All right, cool. I'll get Aaron. We'll give you the dates, but I'm telling you now, there's no itinerary. None.
Yeah, so don't fucking ask.
Kansas City. Actually, Kansas City. Quintus Curtius is out in that area, I think. That'd be kind of cool to like have a meetup with him.
Oh man, that would be good.
Yeah, Quintus is a good, solid dude. I have visited all of you a billion. Oh, shut up! You came out to Gettysburg, which you like complained about the entire time.
Bullshit, Aaron. I fucking offered to come out. Oh, I got plans.
Aaron. Nobody wants to go to Minnesota.
Yeah, seriously. Conk. Yeah, he does. His name is Q Curtius.
Is that it?
And Eaton, have a good night. Everyone, say good night to Eaton.
Yeah,
thanks,
Cascadia
Eaton.
is beautiful, which is why Aaron needs to come over here. And
Aaron is so gay. Aaron, did you wait? When you rode your bike to DC, that's when we met up in Maryland, right? I remember that. That was I rode all the way out to Maryland. You got it, Eaton. You're welcome. I rode out. I rode out to Maryland. It was Silver Springs, Maryland. I got a hotel night for the night, just so I wouldn't have to drive back in the evening.
Beautiful.
Right.
Time is free, and you're self-employed, so you can do your consulting here in this fortress of bachelortude, just as easily as you can in this other command center.
What did he call it? He called it like an outhouse.
Oh, and I have internet now. So you don't have to. Yeah, I have full internet. I don't have internet just off my phone. So
I'm old. You old bastard.
So yeah, and now I got the fireplace. Though we probably don't want to use that in the summer, but I'll have the patio done by the time you get yourself around here, so we can enjoy some stogies out on the porch and make it happen. Oh my God.
Metamucil. Oh boy. Yeah, because we need that. We need fiber.
Aaron,
you guys come here.
Aaron, get off my lawn.
Aaron, just for the record, I live directly on a golf course. I live on the 9th hole of a golf course.
That's what she said.
That's what I was waiting for that. Yeah, see, right on the 9th hole. See? So, Aaron, come out here and we'll play some golf.
I got golf clubs too. There's a golf course where I live too. Just not in the
golf clubs at Metamucil. And we'll go out to one of my favorite cigar bars. I'll take you to my cigar club. Shot, I'll visit Yoy.
What the flip, Kip?
I'm the drunk one, not you. All right, I got to hit the sack. Got to work road trip. Conk, have a good night, man. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good night, Conk.
It's been fun.
Stay out of trouble.
See you soon. Come on the Saturday show. You have to see it. We have 2 special guests. You're going to love them both.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Is it a play school set? No, Aaron, it is not. Aaron, get yourself on your motorcycle and get over.
Your motorcycle, come on out to New Jersey, goddammit.
Yeah, we can do a good podcast, have a good time, have a few laughs,
smoke some cigars. There's a cigar shop right around the corner from everything where I got the house on the beach. Everything is within walking distance.
Well, that's good because I don't plan on driving.
You're not driving, motherfucker.
Fuck no. I
Nope.
plan on being fucking drunk most of the time.
We are going. It's going to be. We're just going to set up a Aaron. Have you guys ridden across the country on a bike? I've ridden across the state on a bike. Country,
I've ridden
no,
to
not
South
yet.
Dakota on a bike.
Look! I just started riding. I have a beginner bike, so I need to ramp it up. So give me a year for that. You impatient bastard.
We don't got all time in the world.
And TJ needs to get his license.
Yeah,
do,
TJ needs to get a bike.
Yeah, seriously, you son of a bitch.
Well, I would feel more comfortable if I had somebody who has experience and knowledge and wisdom and insight.
No. That's not how it works.
as
No.
TJ,
No,
there's a
see?
guy in Utah that's got 14, 15 years of experience. What the fuck are you waiting for?
Not a thing. Good answer. We'll make it happen.
That's right. You should come out here, dude. I got mine in 04. I've been riding ever since. Like I said, I've rode to Vegas. I've rode to where Aaron's at on my bike, on both my bikes. I'll teach you a thing or two.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Make this happen.
All right. TJ, you want to plug your site?
Yeah. tjmartinell.com.
Yes.
And you can go to soundcloud.com/TJ Martinell. That will have my podcast, Mountain Pass Podcast. I've got a new episode that's going to be coming out in a couple days based on an interview with someone who will be on the show on Saturday. And you can also go on YouTube and just type TJ Martinell, and it's going to pop up my stuff. You can also buy my books. Do the right thing. Be a good guy. Buy the books. You get the digital copy for free if you buy the physical copy. So just do it.
Yes, absolutely.
And Vince, you?
You can find me on vincelarosa.com, but the best place would be my Amazon author page. Lightning, Tesla and Malone, Lightning's Call. You'll enjoy it. The second book is coming out this summer, the end of this summer. I'm working on a few other projects, but the main thing is to go to masculinegeek.com. Check out our stuff there. And Robin, TJ, and myself need to write more. Listen to this, guys. We need to write more on our own site because we're lacking. We're slacking. Also, in case something happens to the YouTube channel, make sure you go and sign up for the newsletter. You can do that on the website, masculinegeek.com, and sign up for our newsletter. I guarantee you're going to love it. And why are you going to love it? You're going to get 3 different perspectives, 3 different stories, novel ideas, weird, eccentric things. 1 from each of us. No one's doing this. No one. I've already checked. Nobody's doing this. We are spearheading this movement. You get this newsletter. It's information. It's entertainment. It's what to do and what not to do from all of us. I guarantee you're going to love it. MasculineGeek.com. Top right-hand corner, there's a little text box. You put in your email. We don't spam you. We don't care. We're not going to do that. We're not going to sell your name to anywhere. You go ahead every Monday morning. You're going to get novel, informative, entertaining information from all of us. So I'm surprised I could do that spiel while being slightly tipsy. So there you go.
You did good.
Thank you.
Did good.
Thank you.
Hell, it makes me want to sign up.
Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. Yeah. So that's what you have. I want to say we love all you guys in the chat. Everyone who's followed us. Thank you.
You guys are lit.
Exactly. Thank you. Lit? What does that mean? Lit.
It means they're on fire, Vince. They're
on fire.
The cream of the crop.
The cream of the crop. Are you guys apparently, according to Rob and the rest of us, because we're not all up on all those hip sayings that Rob knows about. We're not as hip as Rob. That's so I'm done. Good, Rob. You're next.
No, I got nothing. You already took my thunder.
I stole your. Well, no, you were done already. You already said your shit. TJ said his stuff. Okay, we're done.
We're done.
All right, so that's it.
Everyone, thank Aaron, you. Toodles.
Aaron, have a good night. He just says, I'll get you guys a map and show you distances. Thank you.
That'd be great, Aaron, except I can't read.
Exactly. And not for nothing, you're dyslexic. We can't understand a word you're saying because you're spelling shit wrong.
Yeah, your high IQ is not showing here.
Oh, cool. Scruffy Turd, have a good night. Enjoy your tabletop fair. And I'm enjoying the buzz. This has been a Masculine Geek Gentleman's Buzz Drunken episode.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Thank you for joining us. And I'm serious. You have to check out, just for the cereal eating alone, you have to check out the Saturday episode, Cartoon Hour. So we're signing off now. Thank you so much, and we'll see you Saturday. Be there.
Be around, boys.
Peace.